Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
LT cooking your ass.
You think if we took a poll right now, we said, would you consider Adam's relationship monogamous? Would people vote yes, it's monogamous, or no, it's not monogamous?
Obviously, it
Where would
comes
the
with a
majority
very
be?
big caveat that says
Why must there be a caveat?
on camera, the rules are slightly.
But that's the whole point. There's no caveat. You're creating a
no, there
false
is a caveat.
frame.
I just named the caveat.
You're
I
creating
think
a
everybody
false
here actually
frame.
understands it, right?
Yeah.
No.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
I think I'm gonna leave, and if any girls want to leave with me, I'd be happy to take you with me.
Hold on. He's rage quitting. He's rage quitting.
It's not a rage quit. It's just
quitting.
you're not on the level
He's
of
rage
me
quitting.
or
Adam,
any of these
No,
girls.
I
Rage
quit.
quitting.
Guys, hold on. Let's just.
It's the big homie, the one and only, Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. It's the big homie.
But ass.
Fuck. Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. Okay, so Adam22 gets cooked in this video by Saint the Sinner. He calls out Saint the Sinner in the video saying he's a fraud, X, Y, and Z. And as that may be apropos, as we seen Saint the Sinner get cooked by Duke the Don.
But ass.
Getting called out, put on blast. He was peddling some sort of fraudulent NFT scam, allegedly. But this
I'm
has...
not gay no more.
You're not.
I am the...
Yo, what the hell's with these random drops? All right, so let's get into this. That has nothing to do with the argument. Him trying to bring up that he's a fraud has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. So people could say that, which he is a fraud, but he took the W here. As we've seen Saint the Sinner get cooked and take L's in the past, he has taken W's against academics. He's clearly took the W against Adam here. He took the W against, what's that girl's name again? Princella. But we all know that he got cooked against Duke, so that was a fail for him, but let's get it, y'all.
It's the big homie, the one and only, Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pimp, Malcolm Flex.
Now, Tampa Supreme says Saint the Sinner doesn't even know who Duke the Don is.
Stop the cap.
Come on, man. We seen him respond to him.
I've seen him do it.
Flex Luthor, Kent Drippy Jr., the Crown Prince of Iran, the idol of James Bond, Marquette Devon Burton, the Saint and the Sinner on YouTube.
That was one of the most thorough introductions we've had on the show.
I appreciate
you.
that.
You have more titles than Daenerys.
Now, as we watch this reaction, we get into this argument or this debate that we have here. We can see that Adam is the most uncomfortable, insecure with his lifestyle to the point where he has to practice mental gymnastics to accept what he does. The rest of these women understand that they might not be doing the most prestigious line of work, but they understand what they're doing. They're not delusional. They're not self-hating and the way Adam can't even take it to the point where he has to rage quit and walk out of here. He has no salient argument against Satan the Sinner out here. He's talking about, he's going to polish his head. He's going to fight him X, Y, and Z. Adam, you ain't going to do shit. You ain't going to do shit.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
He gets tough and then he blames it on an alter ego, the 22ster or some bullshit that he tries to pull off. You ain't doing nothing. I would generally say Saint the Sinner needs to fight Duke the Don because he challenged him first. Like, you're going to have to fight him before you actually fight Adam22. But these guys are live in person in the flesh right here in the studio, set up by the host of the whatever podcast. He both set them up. When you take in the details here, he set both of them up. They thought they were coming to do a podcast with him and 7 girls. And then he's like, well, I didn't know y'all had beef. It's like, my nigga, you can't be doing that out here. You let them know they'll be on a podcast with 7 girls, but you didn't allow them. They didn't tell them that the other 2 were going to be here. It was just foul scheduling. But let's get into this, y'all.
Of House Targaryen, first of her name, queen of the
Dragons.
Andals,
Right.
breaker of chains. I don't know the.
Right.
That was good. I liked
Appreciate
it. I
you.
liked it. Okay, cool. Well, welcome. So we're gonna go around the table once more. What's everybody's current relationship status? So, are you single? Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Situationship, friends with benefits, polycule, sex cult, harem, whatever it may be. All kinds of interesting arrangements these days. If you're single, how long have you been single? And what's the longest relationship that you've ever been in? Go ahead.
Well, I'm single, and I've been single since the pandemic. My longest relationship is 4.5 years.
Were you faithful during that 4.5?
Yes.
Okay, so you longest relationship 4.5 years, and you've been single since the pandemic started.
Yes.
So 2020.
So my
Early
4.5 year relationship ended during the pandemic. And I've been single ever since.
All right, got it.
I've been married for about 6 months. I've been in a relationship for about 7 years, and we are monogamous off camera, but we are open on camera.
Now,
What?
what the fuck does that mean?
What the hell was that?
This is stage 1 in Adam's mental gymnastics because he can't accept the fact that he is in an open relationship. He tries to make the distinction like on and off camera makes any difference from your wife's cooch getting stretched by random niggas. Makes no goddamn sense. Mental gymnastics to try to avoid the label. You can clearly see he's insecure in his position. Pause.
Yeah. So, recently,
What does that
We work
mean?
with other people in terms of porn.
You hear that? The rest of them? What does that mean? We work with other people in porn. It's like, yeah, your wife's getting fucked for the money.
Content. But besides that, we're monogamous.
Mm-hmm. So
They have to be getting paid if they're sleeping with other people.
They have to get paid if they're sleeping with other people. This sounds like prostitution, but you throw in that camera, all of a sudden, it's porn. But essentially, it's the same thing. You're still having sex with other people. It's not monogamous, sir. The mental gymnastics is filthy out in these YouTube streets. Folks do this all the time for the folks they like. The mental gymnastics. Oh, Destiny never said the N-word. It's like,
Bro, do you even know who the fuck I am? Like, I just said the N-word to you like 15 times like 2 minutes ago. How are you going to say this?
Destiny, you said nigga like 1 month ago. I would never even utter that disgusting fucking word. I would never, ever, in any circumstance, would I ever fucking say that. So, that is not true. Destiny, you said nigga like 1 month ago.
You like that? You like how I did that? Let's
Okay.
work.
So you recently were involved. You did like a reality TV series, kind of, to
Right.
see who. Correct me if I'm wrong. To see who would be the next person who gets to have sexual intercourse with your wife, Lena. Is that?
Well, the reality show was intended to find our first boy-girl
Okay.
threesome.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
it was a 4-episode series on
Okay.
YouTube, and then the finale, the actual scene, is on our OnlyFans. Yeah.
And you guys did the scene's done.
The scene has been completed.
Okay.
And decimated
Who
on the
won?
internet.
Who won the
A guy named Lil D,
Lil D?
24-year-old gentleman from Harlem.
Is he a rapper or
He raps.
he raps?
It's not his
Okay.
primary vocation, though.
Not his primary vocation.
Mostly a porn star.
Okay, he's mostly a porn star.
Yeah.
And raps on the side.
Yeah.
He's got a SoundCloud.
I would assume.
I'd assume, yeah.
Still getting that part off the ground. I
Who
guess.
else was involved in that process? Like, I think I saw, was it Crip Mac?
Crip Mac was on
Is
there
that
as well,
the
yeah.
55th?
55th Street. Free
yeah.
Crip Mac. He's
Yeah,
locked
he
up,
got-
facing Fed charges
We were
right
gonna,
now. Yeah.
we were gonna have him.
that's fucked. He's locked up facing Fed charges. Yikes.
Him on the show.
That would have been unreal. Yeah.
So he's currently incarcerated.
Yeah, he got locked up a week or two ago.
Is he? You think he's gonna be able to post bail or?
I believe that the average sentence for what he's being charged with is like 5 years in the feds. So no.
Jeez.
Not
Okay.
looking too good.
That
Yeah.
sucks. Well, okay. And then previously there was this big thing where, with Lena and Jason Love.
Right.
That was a big thing.
That was her first time sleeping with another guy in 7 years of us being together, and she did that on camera. That was her first ever scene with somebody besides me.
And are you guys thinking of like continuing this trend, or like how do you feel about it? Because I've seen like some clips where you've kind of been like cool with it, but then others where you're kind of like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about it. Or
I mean, I was a little bit conflicted when she actually shot the scene with the other guy, just in the sense that, you know, she's going off and filming something with somebody else. I'm not there.
Yeah, so what's the problem, sir? You guys are monogamous off camera. You're open on camera. What's the problem, sir? You shouldn't be. You should. What's with the buyer's remorse? You should be fully comfortable, right? You were running devil's threesomes on your wife prior to marrying her, right? There should have been no problem. You shouldn't have been reluctant to do it. There should have been no buyer's remorse. You shouldn't have felt any type of ways. It's all good, right? You could separate the two, like it makes sense.
When we shot the scene with the other guy, Lil D, I didn't feel any kind of weirdness about that. It was pretty mutual. Okay. So for sure that, definitely by the time we're done in the adult business, I'm sure she'll have shot other scenes with other guys and everything, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this for the money, or just like you're like, this is what I'm called to do?
I would say it's primarily for the money, the same way that probably most of the girls here wouldn't be naked on the internet if they didn't have OnlyFans that were proper.
Yeah, but Adam, you said that you were a multimillionaire as well as your woman, and you didn't need this money. You said you would never sell this rich bitch for the money. You didn't need it, but now you're like, yep, it's for the money, selling our soul.
I'm getting rich.
Profitable for them, but at the same time, I mean, me and her have been hooking up with other girls for the duration of our relationship, and we actually had one off-camera boy-girl threesome with my wife and a friend of mine within like the first month that I met her. We were out drinking one night and we ended up having some fun in that sense. So it's not like completely outside the realm of things that I would do.
Now, he conveniently brought up this story. If y'all don't understand, because I'm not the type of person to get gaslit in my face and lied to with the double talk and the finessery. Adam22 didn't announce this information about having a devil's threesome with his woman until after all the things came out with Jason Love and House Phone. So prior to all of this, he was running with the storyline of he started dating Lena. Nothing culminated from that dating. They basically just were fucking. House phone ended up fucking her. Then he ended up getting back with her a while after, and then he pretty much got sold the whole threesome shit from her friend because she was putting her friend on him, saying, "Oh, we can have threesomes," blah 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 blah. So she basically sold him a relationship based on Adam being able to have threesomes with Lena and other women while Lena was closed. That was the premise of how the relationship was sold, because that's what he announced to us first. I have this all covered in the Adam22 Exposed saga. This is not conjecture. This is not me making up a story. I reacted to all of this and all the things that they're saying. So they cannot lie in our motherfucking face. After the Jason Love tape, he tried to act like he was more comfortable with it because he's like, oh, me and Lena, we fucked with another dude back then before we even got together. So he added that in. Whether that be true or not, that was a piece of information that was offered after all the Jason Love shit.
For free, but we don't have a lot of crazy off-camera sexual experiences. Almost everything that we do that's out of the ordinary is on camera.
So is there...
And that first threesome was off camera. So he says they're monogamous off camera, but that was off camera according to him, and that was prior to the relationship.
We don't have a lot of that I met her. We were out drinking one night and we ended up having some fun in that sense. So it's not like completely outside the realm of things that I would do for free, but we don't have a lot of crazy off-camera sexual experiences. Almost everything that we do that's out of the ordinary is on camera.
So is there... Because... I don't know what you're worth, but I have a sense that you're doing reasonably well. So if there was no money to be made, would you continue on with it?
I think that was a conversation that her and I had that made us realize that we wanted to kind of start pushing the boundaries of what we were doing on camera. Was she said, do you really think that we're going to be together for the next 20 years and that we're never going to swap or bring another penis into our sexual situation? And I said, no, I definitely feel like I'm comfortable enough that I could see us doing that as time goes by.
So she brought it up initially.
And then we ended up actually orchestrating it on camera.
Are you bisexual?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's sign up. All right. So with regards to bringing the other dude in.
Shout out to John with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Shit. Hold up, let me see if I can get this. Okay, there we go. If anyone in the RP circle was hiding being gay, it's sus the slurper's bald-headed 2000s Madonna backup dancer looking ass. Just saying, butt ass.
Butt ass.
Shout out to John with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting
Listen, I'm not here to offer any defense of Saint the Sinner and his floral pattern shirt underneath here. I'm not here to defend him personally and who he is and what the hell he stands for. But in this debate, he does make good points, and Adam is in a corner, backed in a corner, nowhere to go. He basically checkmates him the way he says it. Let's get it.
Would you say that was primarily driven by her?
I would say it was very mutual. We just kind of realized that, after doing that Jason Love scene, we just didn't realize how viral the whole thing was going to be. Mm-hmm. And so we kind of... Now,
Adam loves to educate folks about the business of porn. Adam damn well knew the reason why he chose Jason Love for that scene with his wife is because it would have sold the most and it would have went the most viral. Everybody knows that the interracial scenes, women will hold off on their first interracial scene in the porn industry because they know it's the most lucrative one. So they can get the most bag. They can build up a name and build up a buzz, and then they can get that interracial bag in porn. They know that sells the most. We know that as a trope in porn. I'm not even in the porn industry. He plays delusional. He wants to play intentionally stupid and present fabrication to the public, so he acts like he didn't know this would blow. You knew this would blow. That's why you did it, and you did it for the money. You considered all these things before you did it.
Got set on the path of thinking about how we could take it to the next level, because it ended up being like by far the most viral thing that any of us had ever been involved with. So at that moment we kind of realized like, oh, this is kind of our thing now. We have to sort of push at the edges of our conventional relationship and the people will be
Conventional,
incapable.
bruh.
Well, I mean,
Ain't
mostly.
nothing conventional, bro.
Well, I mean, we sleep with other girls, but off camera, our relationship is entirely traditional.
Crazy.
You hear the caveat? Off camera, your relationship is entirely traditional. It does not work like that, sir. You cannot make the distinction and separation like it's a different reality. Like this is just an online video game, and then like that's not how it works. What are we doing out here? This is filthy mental gymnastics.
All right, so what I'm really trying to figure out is, because you said you were uncomfortable with the Jason Love scene initially, right?
I was a little conflicted about it. It was a little bit of a weird thing.
And so,
yeah, seeing your wife and
I'm trying to figure out like where your soul is, and as much as like removing money from the equation. And honestly, at this point, I don't even think money is really the driving force.
Yeah, just to get it out there, me and her are both multimillionaires and have been for many, many years. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So money's not the driving force. So if it were just up to you and she were a robot as opposed to a human, and you could have it to where you could have things open on your side but closed on her side, would you prefer that?
Now understand the question that he just asked them. The question that he just asked him was if she was a robot and you had the control in the say and she was just a mindless drone. What would you actually do if you were in control? Listen to his answer.
To be honest, she came to me before we started.
To be honest, she came to. Nobody gives a fuck what happened. He was asking you a hypothetical. What would you do if she was a mindless drone?
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
All this explanation right here is copium because you damn well know you had no control over it. You're trying to deflect and run your way out of this. Marquette, Saint the Sinner. Oh shit, I'm in the way of the actual confrontation. I didn't move my. He is a master at deflecting in this because he gets put to the. They tried to hold him to the fire and say, "How the hell does your relationship work, sir? You sound like you're selling us cap too." And he deflects his way out of it by targeting this woman right here because he could read her. He targeted Adam. He did this little sleazy shit where he weaseled his way out of the questions, but he did a good job of doing it. Let's get into this.
They're kind of pushing out the boundaries of our relationship, and she said, "What do you think that we should do? Do you think that I should just kind of hang it up and have another kid, or do you think that we should keep doing this for a few more years and kind of see how far we can take things?"
Sir, that is not a response to the question he asked. He said, what would you do on her end? Would you keep it closed if she was a mindless drone and you got the control and the power? And this is what you followed up with?
And I said, you know what, let's push at the edges. Let's see how far we can take this. So it is primarily a financial thing, but also I can say that when we shot the scene with this other guy the other day, I had a great time. It was fun overall.
Like your time was enhanced because he was there. Because me personally, I like my meat to be the only one on the sandwich.
Right. No, it was exciting. It was exhilarating for sure.
It was exhilarating.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is game. Wallahi al-azim, you are gay. Don't say this to me. Wallahi, you are gay.
The time. It was fun overall.
Like your time was enhanced because he was there. Because me personally, I like my meat to be the only one on the sandwich.
Right.
Stick together.
Pause.
No, it was exciting. It was exhilarating for sure.
Like what kind of hot dog? It's just like one hot dog on the buns. Jerry be like, you got all these Vienna sausages coming out the woodwork. So you find that it's enhanced by that? Because I find like
I thought it was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
In a different way than sleeping with other girls. We've done that hundreds of times together.
Right.
So this was something that switched it up a little bit. Yeah.
Do you think with all of these unusual sexual experiences?
Listen, this is the thing. Adam22 talks about, he doesn't want to speak to a fraud or engage in questions with this guy. He's X, Y, and Z. But you sat here and had the entire conversation until you were too triggered and uncomfortable and insecure with your relationship. You could not practice the level of copium that you're used to because he held you to the fire. So where was all that, I'm walking out, I'll do something to you, I'm not going to speak to this fraud, engage with this fraud, all back here? Adam22 is clearly full of shit. And he is going to try to drill in some red pill points. But this is the thing about the red pill. The red pill, a lot of these folks are full of shit in the red pill space. They're using talking points, and they'll use partial facts with fabricated tales to try to lament their point and try to get everybody indoctrinated on their ideology. But there is some things that they are right about. They're not wrong about everything. That's how they hook, line, and sinker a lot of folks into the finesse. They sprinkle in a few truths, and then they put in their massive their own ideology, and they just throw that on top of the little truths, and then it becomes something completely different. But let's get into this.
Is that it might lead you down a path to where you have to go to extreme things to get off.
No, I've been jerking off to the exact same type of content my entire life. So the
experiences that it might.
Right here, he also corners him. Let's break this down. I'm gonna let this play, and then I'm gonna break down exactly why Adam's full of shit.
You know, sleeping with other girls, we've done that hundreds of times together.
Right.
So this was something that switched it up a little bit. You know.
Do you think with all of these unusual sexual experiences that it might lead you down a path to where you have to go to extreme things to get off?
No, I've been jerking off to the exact same type of content my entire life. So the idea that guys who watch porn have to sort of slowly get into more and more extreme
I'm not talking
content.
about watching it. You're in it.
Right, yeah, but I mean, I've been doing porn on camera with her, and this is the only thing that we've done that took it to another level. You know, if we did 7 years straight of just having sex with other girls on camera, this is the only thing that we've done that kind of opened it up a little bit, to the tune of us becoming like probably one of the most viral couples in America in the past year. So in terms of where we could take it, I mean, I'm not doing any gay shit, and so that's probably like the primary thing. We've had obviously people asking us if we would ever shoot with a trans person. I'm not interested in that either. So I can't really think of.
Now, he said he's not interested in it, but we've seen him live on No Jumper campaigning for it and asking Lena if she wanted to take part in it, and she said no. So Adam, once again, goddamn lie. Shout out to John with the $10 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
John says Adam want to do porn for clout, but he ain't a porn star in mindset, just for the clout, and it shows. You got to be down for some strange shit, especially if you're marrying a porn star. Adam fucked himself. Now that is facts. That is facts. Shout out to John. Shout out to John. He's one of the few that aren't defending this weirdo and playing the mental gymnastics copium game. I'm seeing some of y'all. Weird ass mental gymnastics. Shout out to John for keeping it a stack.
Where we would take it.
Okay, without belaboring it, I'm gonna let you carry on.
Sure.
Just one last piece. You know, sometimes we aren't really, seeing ourselves in as much as you said she brought the conversation to you. You said that you didn't feel comfortable initially with the Jason Love being involved in.
Well, I agreed to the Jason Love thing. It was just, once it actually took place, I had a tiny amount of buyer's remorse that I quickly replaced with realizing, like, oh, this is not a big deal. Nothing changed in our relationship.
You quickly replaced it with copium. That's what you did. Because even when Wack said, he's like, oh, I haven't thought about that shit in weeks. And Wack was like, that shit happened months ago. What the hell are you talking about?
You're a victim. There we go, CSI. Who the club is Oh my God.
After she shot with another guy, so that was pretty abated quickly.
Right, so it's like called the inversion of morals, which is to say that, truth be told, in your heart of hearts, you're not comfortable with it. You want to retain your
I've had
spouse.
moments of
1 second.
You're not even comfortable enough to let him finish the sentence to disprove him wrong after. If you were so comfortable with it, you would be more secure to just sit back and let him talk his shit. And something froze, or is that your internet?
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you at all because I do want to hear you out.
You're kind of pushing like a fake narrative by saying that I'm uncomfortable with it.
But I never interrupted you.
Very comfortable.
I never interrupted you because I want to hear you out.
I just wanted to save you a little bit of breath by correcting you. Before
I'm not trying to get you angry. I sincerely am interested in what you have to say, but I didn't interrupt you one time.
Now, Adam's saying that he's not angry, and we can clearly see.
Emotional damage.
So the reason I ask is because, as I said, you said that you felt uncomfortable when it happened. She brought up the conversation. You're not bisexual. So sometimes when things happen and you want to keep your lady, you make the adjustment compromising, but in your heart of heart, that's not really what you wanted. So you're being open, and then you had this idea planted, and then you start adopting it, thinking like, okay, well, I'm okay with it. Maybe it's something that I signed off on too. So you assign it mutuality when in actual fact, the inception of that idea came from her, and you've adjusted to it.
I wouldn't say
that's facts. That's facts. That is absolute facts. You were comfortable just fucking other girls and having threesomes with your wife, and then she broached that idea, and then you had to deal with it, and now you're displaying this level of copium. We witnessed it on her podcast. This is what I'm saying. I chronicled the entire series of Adam running through this whole shit with his relationship. So when he tries to sit here and cap, we have you in 4K on her podcast, being pressured by her and her fan base, talking about, oh, we need a little bit of what was the word that she used? Equality. We need a little equality when it comes to this sex shit. She said that, and I reacted to it. It's on the channel.
The inception of the idea came entirely from her. This is a conversation we've been having throughout the entirety of our relationship as we met more and more male performers that I was comfortable with, and sort of slowly over time realized that this is something that we both felt comfortable with.
Oh, so she wore you down with the idea. She was doing it for a long period of time, and then after a while you broke.
Yeah, so when you say that you were comfortable with, right, and it came over time, whereas with the females, it just came straight away, almost like a natural thing, you might say.
It came naturally because she used the fact that she leveraged the fact that she's open to threesomes to use that to get a level of commitment from Adam, because Adam was not taking her serious. Adam fucked her, sent her to the side, house phone fucked her. He started fucking her again after, and she was just pretty much a side thing. And then she used the threesomes, leveraged the relationship. He got emotionally invested in her, and that's where that became. And he just got finessed. Sometimes you can't see the manipulation, sir.
Right.
So why, in terms of when the guy comes along, there has to be a process, because it's a process of adjusting to something that's unpleasant?
Why was there a process that it took some adoption? What are you asking?
Yeah, it seems as though different than the females came naturally, and it seemed to not be an issue.
Grid One Motorsports donated $200. I guess it is fair that you get to bang other girls, so logically she should get outside D. Still, gotta be tough to see another dude rail your woman. Also, Paige Inge Butler, these folks need your wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this dude gets it, that of course it's going to be a little awkward for you to go through the transition of seeing your girl do that for the first time. But ultimately, she told me, even up until the moment that she was leaving the house to go shoot it, she's like, I won't do this if you don't feel comfortable with it. And I told her, even though there is a degree to which I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm still willing to give this a shot because I realize the underlying value. And I mean, to be honest,
bro, I thought you guys were fully monogamous off camera, but not on camera, and it means nothing, and there's no level of copium.
You're done.
honest, we both made 7 figures off of that one scene in and of itself.
And I believe that. I don't doubt the financial aspect at all, but like, for example, I know maybe people watching might not be able to relate to this, but say once you cross $2 million, right? Have you found that there are a significant number of things you can do with money that you can't do when you have $2 million versus say 15 million?
I'm not really doing anything with any of the money I make. I don't have any sort of like fancy habits or hobbies or anything.
Hey, it was Flacco that tried to defend his morality, his integrity, and his moral integrity. That was Flacco. Remember that, Flacco? You debated me on that. What happened to that?
Like that. And she's the same way as me. I mean, we're into buying property and starting businesses and stuff like that, but it's not really about the money and what we can do with it because we don't really do anything with it.
Right, so when you say there was an underlying value, what is the underlying value of your wife getting railed by a big black guy?
Probably just money primarily, but then also I think
just money. Just money.
I'm getting rich.
This is pathetic. This is pathetic. How could anybody campaign and defend this guy? There is no underlying value other than, we could make some money. So what does your relationship and your marriage consist of? Sounding kind of like Destiny right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you guys, all right. Wait, go ahead. Let one of them talk. I think that's a checkmate. That's a checkmate right there. That's a checkmate. Let one of them explain why that didn't make sense. Go ahead, Love. That was a checkmate. Go ahead.
That what? About you getting around that big black
Go
guy?
ahead.
What do you mean?
Tice, go ahead.
I don't know.
Of course, none of them know. God damn it.
You stupid.
This is a copy and fresh and fit. They just got a bunch of brainless chicks that don't have a thought in their mind.
His wife fucked. Was
Wait,
it?
okay,
It was a
should
big
we
black
pull
guy.
up-
Was
Yeah,
it? But
here,
it's
we'll
so
pull
good.
Do you see how they did this? Hold up. I don't know if y'all seen how they did this. They have the wholesome women right here. This is like some young wholesome chick, and this is some married stay-at-home mother. And then they have all the OnlyFans chicks and Adam, the debaucherous few on this side. And then Saint the Sinner is supposed to be some wholesome traditional dude, I guess. That's what they're trying to frame him as. But that's we already know that's cap. But let's get into this.
He's one of those black.
Nick, the last
You know what I'm
clip,
saying, okay.
the last clip from Lena's Instagram, it's pulled up.
The clip, Jesus.
Audio.
Hey guys, guess what I'm shooting with today?
She's so pretty.
Thanks.
It's finally happening. Wow.
Yes, the camera loves your nastiness.
Shout out to my guy Jason over there. See the way they're laughing and just kind of having a good time. I feel like that's kind of like a peek behind the curtain for a lot of non-porn stars to realize that, you know, shooting this kind of content, it's not some seedy environment, you know.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI. Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
The porn industry is not what the porn industry used to be. This is not the 90s. We are in 2023. It's decentralized. Now, the large companies, the large porn companies, the big industry doesn't exist anymore. OnlyFans girls took that shit over. They're the most lucrative porn stars out here. A lot of these folks on OnlyFans only do themselves. As in, well, that sounds weird. As in, like, a woman on OnlyFans will have a boyfriend, and she'll only fuck her boyfriend on OnlyFans, and she'll run up the money. Why? Because people are interested in seeing her get fucked. She has a level of attraction that allows people to see her getting fucked by the same guy in different positions, in different camera angles, or whatever the fuck it is, because she has that level of attraction. Adam22, ain't nobody trying to see Adam22 and Lena fuck normally, having their... Nobody wants to see that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So they have to do all sorts of creative things. It's like an artist. It's like an artist that actually has talent. You just support that artist in their music. They don't have to be Sukiyana. They don't have to be doing the most disgusting, nasty things to get attention. Sukiyana, Sexy Red, some people argue Sexy Red has talent, but Sukiyana has no talent, has to do the most nasty, ratchet shit to get attention because she has no talent. That's what Adam's stuck in right now. He can't compete. He's not competitive in the porn world amongst the regular folks just having sex with his wife. So he has to bring in other dudes and do stuff to run up the bag because outside of that, it's not profitable. And he knows. Lena's getting older. She had a kid. They're not. People aren't attracted to watching them have sex.
She had a good time on set. I'm sure he had a good time. I, grew accustomed to it rather quickly. So,
did you have one final point or anything for Andrew? I do want to.
No, there was a point in which, like, the argumentative piece I was getting to kind of reached a culmination. I thought they got it, but they didn't understand it. Do you want to summarize that? Do you recall?
Yeah, so basically you said the reason the value is the financial value, is the financials you get from the videos, but then you also say that you don't do anything with the money, that it doesn't really matter to you, so you guys don't live a luxurious lifestyle. The money is just kind of sitting there. So how is that a financial value if you don't even use it?
Well, her and I are building a business, and also, we have plans of not working forever. So for me, it's like, I would like to leave the game with, I don't know, 10, 20, $30 million.
Or is it the fact that you tried to shit on Fig Community World and the rest of them's business model in the game because you're not getting as much money out the game as you would like? Is that what it comes down to? Your primary source, your primary revenue source in the podcast game, you have too much overhead. So you act like, oh, you're making $1 million a month, X, Y, and Z. That's what the business makes. You know how much expenses the business has? That's what it comes down to. Your primary source of income is not as lucrative as you want it to be, so you got to sell out your woman, and you're acting like you're richer than you are, but you're selling.
Jesus Christ.
And so us doing that was probably the greatest windfall of money that we ever got from doing anything, and it was relatively painless for us.
One quick question. Are you concerned about your child? I believe she's a daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a daughter. I just gave birth a couple months ago. Do you ever worry that one day she'll see this content and maybe would you want her to be doing content like this? Is this something that would make you proud as a father to a young daughter?
I think every parent wants to see their offspring do better than them. So for sure, I wouldn't like to see her, just sort of default to that just because she knows that her parents did it. But as far as if one day she's an adult and she decides that she wants to do whatever, I know a lot of girls who make a shitload of money on OnlyFans and don't even show their nipples. So I can't just look at OnlyFans as a profession and say, like, oh, that would be a hideous way for my offspring to earn a living one day, but I certainly wouldn't be encouraging it.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Okay, so you'll be okay.
You're done.
Yikes. It is optional for his daughter to get into OnlyFans.
wouldn't say it's beautiful.
Well, I don't.
way to
No,
earn money.
obviously no. I would not call it beautiful though.
So wouldn't you want better for your own wife?
My wife has a great. She loves her career. She loves the business.
Holy shit. This girl just said, wouldn't you want better for your own wife if you would want better for your daughter potentially? Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't.
way to
No,
earn money.
obviously no. I would not call it beautiful though.
So wouldn't you want better for your own wife?
My wife has a great. She loves her career. She loves the business that we're building. She's happy with it. You know, she was earning whatever, like $30,000 a year at the time that I met her, and in her first week on OnlyFans, she made $30,000. So, you know, the extent to which this has changed our life dramatically has been pretty extreme.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
No morals, no integrity, nothing. You're selling your wife chest out because you're dusting it up.
Yeah, I mean, she is selling her body online to random men, and I don't
Images of her body, yeah.
know. I mean, yeah, images of
Well,
her
when
body.
Jason Love shows up, the body itself is going.
Well, yeah, they had a good time on set that day, that's for sure, yeah.
Well, let's not dig in too deep on Adam here.
Pause.
Okay, so going to you, your current...
Stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause. Let me just put this in real quick. This is Daniel, by the way.
Relationship status.
So I have.
And can I have you, if you can, try to scoot into the table? I know it's very tight. If you're able to.
Yeah, good.
Are you able to scoot the chair in, or is there just not enough space to scoot the chair?
Ace, that's what I'm saying. A W for sus Marquardt. They don't want to give this nigga anything. He's still sus Marquardt. He's still a finesser, still a fraud. He's still out here trying to not describe how the hell you create NFTs from the command line. Nonetheless, he still took the W.
No worries. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a boyfriend. This is my first serious relationship.
Okay.
He's from here, from LA, but he's Slovakian like me.
Wow.
And I'm faithful, but I do OnlyFans, so I do videos with girls.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
Had sex with something like 7.
Legit.
Well, the last one.
Shit, my bad, Chad. I shouldn't have skipped. God damn it.
No, you're not different, you're filthy.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
Genital herpes.
Videos with
How
girls.
far did I skip?
Wait, why did you feel... Hold on. Okay.
Butler donated
Like-
Oh my god, he's been summoned.
All adult stars on a
Is it
long
about herpes?
timeline will get genital herpes as condoms do not protect from it. Do you think you're any different, Adam? No, you're not different, you're filthy.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
Filthy.
This guy...
Yo, he's getting cooked.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Now, in the porn industry, they test very regularly, like every 2 weeks, but they do not test for herpes like that. So they're having sex with hundreds of partners, no herpes test. This seems apropos.
Every show, he's a urologist.
Well, the last one shouted him out. Yeah, but I mean, I get tested for STDs every 2 weeks, just like almost everybody in the porn business. And I've had sex with something like 700 women, and most of those have been unprotected. And
Okay, so Adam22 has sex for a job as a sex worker in the porn industry. He has plug talk. He does his other stuff. They have all sorts of threesomes. He just said he had sex with 700 women, and Fresh wants you to believe that he's in the thousands.
no herpes yet, so I don't know.
But they don't test for it, right?
That is a good point, Brian. I didn't know you were going to know that. But yeah,
Got it.
they don't test for it. You'll find out when you get a big fucking sore on your penis. Almost everybody in the porn business, and I've had sex with something like 700 women, and most of those have been unprotected. And no herpes yet, so I don't know.
But they don't test for it, right?
That is a good point, Brian. I didn't know you were going to know that. But yeah,
Got it.
they don't test for it. You'll find out when you get a big fucking sore on your penis.
You see how he tried to slide the bullshit past folks? He doesn't got anything. He hasn't seen anything yet. He gets tested every 2 weeks. If it was not for the host of the show, what's his name again? If it wasn't for this motherfucker, he would have got that past folks. But he's like, they don't test for that shit. So he got caught in his own lie. He tried to... Man, this is filthy.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
He tried to get one by these folks.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, what happens if someone does have herpes that you guys want to have sex with? Do you guys just wait until they don't have a sore? Like, how does that? And because most people do have herpes, like, right? I mean, what's the percentage of like how many people have herpes?
Well,
But
there's HSV1, HSV2. And
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't even know what the procedure is for girls who do have herpes. Like if they're having an outbreak, do they just postpone the scene until they're not having one? I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Adam, you should be like you're such a funny dude. Like you should be a stand-up comedian. You don't
People
think
always
so?
say that. I just
Hell no.
Hell no! Trash ass nigga.
You're a funny guy,
imagine, bro.
Funny guy. Okay.
I don't know.
So you're dating a Slovakian?
Yeah. From my
How long
country.
have you guys been dating?
3 years.
Oh, 3 years.
Oh, we
Wait.
are like couple. We are not dating. We are couple. I'm sorry.
Oh, what? Wait, what's
Dating essentially means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. When you're dating, you're dating. You don't have an official title. You're just seeing the person. It's like when people saying we're talking. We're in the talking stage. You're dating. You're not an official couple. You're not a boyfriend, girlfriend. You're dating. There is a difference. People make the distinction. What's wrong with these folks, man? Man, sometimes I'm like, yo, who the fuck?
Who are these niggas?
You're a boyfriend, girlfriend.
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Okay. Wait,
Nice.
For you, and you said for 3 years, correct?
As soon as she said that she only shoots with other girls, my heart dropped a little bit. But
Rip. Oh no, never say never, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
never
Never
say
say
never.
No jumper podcast.
How'd you meet the guy?
So he came to my country. I was
Okay.
never been here, you know.
All right.
And he just wanted to go out with me. So
Passport broing. He was passport broing and he brought back her, and you know what happened? This is the funniest thing. We have the funniest passport bro story to react to. That's what kind of delayed this video. I was trying to finish that so I can do that right after. I'm still not done editing that, but we have to it's the funniest passport bro story y'all will hear, and pretty much confirms everything I ever said about the passport bros. But let's get back into this.
So I go with him and we just had a sex first night.
Nice. Nice.
And we start to be like a couple.
And then he brought you here.
Since this day. What?
So he brought you here.
He brought me here, yeah.
Okay, so he's a wealthy guy.
No, he's a normal guy.
No.
He's YouTuber and
No, I know your country. The per capita income is like 32,000 per annum. So if he was able to take you from there to here, he would be wealthy in the context of your country.
Okay, he's wealthy, but not
Right. Okay. Come on. Let's be correct. here.
billionaire. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's a big gap between a billionaire and wealthy in Slovakia, right?
Yeah, because this is a little country, you know.
I do know. Yeah.
So it's very hard to come from this country. You have to have money. You have to do something.
Or that
to
that
leave
brain
that country.
game.
You
You
know,
gotta be a throat goat.
the average salary, the average salary in my country for one person is 700 euros.
Right.
And it's
Per month.
nothing. Yeah, per
Yeah.
month. It's nothing. You know.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. And you've been you met him in Slovakia, is
Yeah.
that correct? And then you both came here. You've been living here ever since.
He lives here for 10 years.
Oh,
so.
he was already here, but you guys met.
Recruiting down there, boy.
Oh, we got another one. You can go years without an outbreak and still be spreading it. Only a Western blot test can detect it. And no P-Star wants to do that test. 60 bodies equals 12 infected partners.
Read it. You read that.
I have been tested for herpes
Adam,
before, for the record.
Don't shoot the messenger. You're filthy.
I actually get tested for STDs dramatically more than the vast majority.
Bro, we don't care. You don't get tested for herpes. You're missing a few. So at the end of the day.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Shout out to John with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting
John says, Sus the stalker is shitting on the passport bros. I'm not sure that he's shitting on the passport bros. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention.
People, so I would say most porn stars are in that category.
Okay.
I mean, the average girl probably gets tested for STDs, what, like maybe every year or two,
Never.
let's say? Or never, or when they get one.
Yeah, but they're not having indiscriminate, promiscuous sex like you and all the rest of the folks in the porn industry. So if a woman gets tested once every few years and she's like in a relationship or something, or she's not in these streets, it's not going to be looked at crazy while you are having threesomes with other different porn stars every week. It's way different. Why would you even try to equate the two? You need to get tested a lot more. So you're trying to act like you're doing something special. You still ain't get tested for herpes.
The way a lot of people get tested is if their partner gets something,
Right.
then
Talk about it.
That's their way of getting tested. What about you?
I'm single. I've been single since June, and my longest relationship was 1.5 years, and it's the person that I filmed most of my boy-girl with.
Wait, so sorry, you've been single since June.
Yeah.
But you're currently involved with this, or
No,
sorry,
like, when I started OnlyFans, I had a boyfriend.
Okay,
that
I-
I was
yeah.
and I was with him for 1.5 years, and
Okay. So you've done BG content, correct?
yeah.
And do you do content with your boyfriend? Slovakia, do you do content with your?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot your name.
Yeah,
do content?
I do content with
BG?
my boyfriend, only with my boyfriend as a boy, but with girls too.
Okay, girl content too. And
Yeah,
then Corey,
GG.
do you do?
I sell nudes. But
So
I'll
look-
do some girl-on-girl videos, like Karina
Like,
and I. We have a hot
self-doing
video
it.
out there.
Okay. Have you've done no boy-girl content?
No boy-girl, no, just
Okay.
girls, yeah.
Gotcha. So you used to shoot content with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But you've been single for 6 months.
Yeah.
And longest relationship?
1.5 years.
1.5 years. Did you say that? She's
Yeah.
terrible. Okay. What about you?
I'm single. I've been single since probably last March. Yeah, longest relationship, 1.5 years, 2 years-ish.
Okay. Got it. What about you?
I'm married. I've been married for 3 years. We've been together, oh my gosh, for almost...
Now, if anybody here has watched an episode of Fresh and Fit, is this not copy and paste? Is this not copy and paste the Fresh and Fit format? This is why I refuse to even remember the host of the show's name, because I don't give a fuck at the end of the day.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
This is the same small little square table, same Shure mics, same process, same, oh, where are you from? What is your relationship status? The same line of questioning, the same format. It's literally copy and paste.
6. It's a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been single for a really long time. Like, I don't think I can even recall when my last relationship was.
That's facts. It's gentrified Fresh and Fit. That's what it is. But Fresh and Fit are coons, so nobody's out here screaming their defense. Bunch of Uncle Ruckus ass niggas. Bunch of goddamn coons. But this is a whole copy and paste. I do not support this shit. This is the same shit. This guy made the decision to say, you know what? Fresh is not needed, so he's going to man the table by himself and do the Fresh and Fit show as if it was just Myron himself with a bunch of different co-hosts and guests. That's pretty much what he did. There's no, from what I see, there's no co-host because he's like, Fresh, he just looked at it and he's like, you know what, this business model works, but Fresh is not really necessary. So they're just like, yeah, we're getting rid of Fresh.
Yeah, okay, and Dave, hold on, like.
And, you know, we're running business.
But my longest relationship was like, I don't think it even counts. It was very on and off for maybe the course of 2 years.
Okay. I'm assuming that was like a high school relationship then.
Where aren't you?
I mean, yeah. I don't have that much relationship experience, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
Wait, you're 18?
I am 18, yeah.
Oh shit, okay. I feel old.
How old are you?
I'm 27, but still sitting next to an 18-year-old. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, okay.
Wait, is anybody like younger than 20 here?
It's a bunch of boomers at the table.
Okay.
You got a bunch of boomers here. What about you?
I'm single and have been single.
That girl's 18 and already has work done to her face, lip fillers, and all sorts of shit. That shit looks bizarre.
Since 2017. I've only ever been in one relationship, and that lasted almost a full year.
Wait, so hold on. You're 20 though, right?
Yeah.
And 2017, so that was like, you were what?
14.
Oh, God.
And that was a 2-year relationship, you said?
No, almost 1 year.
Oh, 1 year. Okay.
Yeah.
Like junior high? Does that count as a relationship? Okay, got it. But okay, and then what about you?
I've been married for 14 months.
14 months. Okay. Any kids?
Yes, one daughter.
One daughter. Okay, cool. And is that your longest? How long have you been seeing your husband?
Well, we only dated for 3 months before
okay.
we got married. I did have a previous relationship for like 3 to 4 years.
Okay, so that was your longest.
That was my longest,
but not
yes.
okay. Got it. Marquette, what about you?
Marquette.
Oh, sorry.
Get it right.
My bad.
You have a high level of whiteness, so I'm not going to hold this against you.
Okay. I'm very...
Like, you surf, right?
I do surf.
Exactly.
There's a high-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, so the man called him Marquette, and he had to correct him and say it's Marquette? All right, sir.
Stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Pause.
Well, it's his name. He can't control it. His parents named him. It is what it is.
When, remember when you came to like dap me up? I totally butchered
That was
it.
awkward as hell. I figured like
I'm too white, bro.
You're
You
in
gotta give me a
show business.
handshake.
You met some of the blacks, but apparently not.
I'm too white. I only do
it's
handshakes.
all good.
What's your way of dapping up?
The way every
did
black
this.
guy does it?
No. He did like this thing, and I instantly my
Don't
like
look so awkward with
anxiety
it,
just
though.
like
It
went
was crazy. It was crazy. No,
I was like, "Fuck, how do I do this?"
Yeah, it was special. Yeah, like you hang around a lot of the blacks, right? So you know what we do.
His wife knows.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah. You're cool with me. You're cool with me. Jesus Christ.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
What the hell was that?
All right.
What the hell was that? That's when you use drops like trash. This is Brian from the Whatever Podcast trying to use a drop at the worst time possible. And mans are trash. Some people try to have drops. They put it in their soundboard. They think they're me. And it's like, yeah, you can't do it.
Stop that. You're white.
All right, so one thing I'm curious about, though, I don't know if you're curious, is like if you do OnlyFans, like why do you also have to be a scuba diver, right? It's like why can't you just do OnlyFans and what do you make that you do OnlyFans? You're also like a fucking scuba diver,
or is it underwater photography?
I worked as a shark feeder for a lot of years, and then I switched to underwater portraits. But
Yeah.
I started OnlyFans basically just because
Wait, she was a shark feeder and she was doing underwater portraits? What the fuck?
it was fun, and
Yeah.
then secondly so that I could buy nicer camera equipment.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Strangely, though, I do get a vibe from you. Is like if you were say you were putting in an application, like if you had to apply to OnlyFans with like a resume, a job
Okay.
resume, right? Would you say that the throat game is one of your strengths? Because I sense that from you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is one of
crazy.
my
Okay,
strengths.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay. Just
you detected it?
No, it's
Like you
something.
just-
Yeah. It's a sense. A lot of But Little House on the Prairie, though, I'm just curious. How have you never had a man?
She's 20, so.
I'm 20, and I
Not
was
a lot of
traveling
time.
around a lot. I had
Yeah, she's a 20-year-old. Yeah, she's young. This one's 18. These are a bunch of young.
personal issues, family related, and a lot of health issues, and I realized that, well, I've also had a lot of very strong values, so I had a lot of opportunities, but I could just see early on that if it wasn't going to work, I only wanted to date for a long-term relationship. If it wasn't going to work, it
For
was
marriage or for a long-term
Yes.
relationship?
Yeah, for marriage. And
See what I'm talking about? They grouped the wholesome two on this side, and he's supposed to be the wholesome traditional man, while the OnlyFans were on the other side. That's the way they did this. They set this up in a certain way.
if it wasn't going to work, I could see that early on. I thought, I'm not going to waste my time or their time, and I also just had a lot of health conditions and family things, and I just thought,
Are you religious?
I would say I'm Christian, but I'm not extremely
Okay.
religious. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You trying to set her up with Chase?
Who knows? Wait, so and you do so you do ballet. Also, I don't know if you mentioned this. You're also like really big in the carnivore.
Yeah.
Like you only eat meat, correct?
Yeah.
Like meat, salt, water.
Well, animal products, but yeah, meat, salt, water, and that's
Okay.
essentially it, and some coffee. But yeah,
How long have you been doing carnivore?
2 years in January.
I need to get on that.
Yes. Yeah.
I need to get on
I
that.
can help you with that.
Okay. Oh, why don't I call you instead of because I'm gonna probably butcher it again. Saint.
Saint? Cool.
Saint, is that it?
Fantastic.
Okay. So your relationship status?
I usually don't discuss it.
Oh.
Can I skip it?
Give us a hint.
Yeah.
He wants to skip it because this is where he's lying through his goddamn teeth and he's trying to sell people fabrications. But let's listen to it and entertain it anyway.
Hint.
I'm doing what Adam would do if he was a boss, which is to say
Adam is a boss. for the record.
which is to say that my lady's 100% monogamous and only wants to be monogamous, and then I do what I want to do.
I see. So do you have? Would you say you have a main piece, a main chick, and
you see Adam's face here? Yo, hold up.
Side hose, side
No,
chicks?
no, because every woman I deal with is conservative, so every woman I would deal with, it would be for the potential of having in a long-term relationship. So I try not to deal with dirt bags.
So you like multiple? Do you want multiple wives?
I wouldn't ever get married legally, and obviously polygyny is illegal in the United States.
Right.
But we keeping things open, see if we can make a contribution out here.
So you have multiple concurrent, long-term, one-directional, monogamous relationships
with conservative women. Correct.
I see.
Stop the cap.
Now, we damn well know he's capping through his goddamn teeth, but he does an excellent job of finessing the table and deflecting to the point where he puts the smoke on other people. Because we could clearly see he's lying. He didn't even want to say at first. He's like, usually I don't tell because you lying. Shout out to John with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
John said, all I heard was how long you've been eating meat. I need to get on that pause.
Stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause. Let me just put this in real quick. This is Daniel, by the way.
John, he was talking to a woman, though. Women could eat meat, touch meat, have meat in their mouth without us having to say pause.
Okay. All right. What's the pitch? Because I feel like how do you pitch it to the chicks? Because I'm sure a lot of guys would love that, where their girls are monogamous to them. They don't sleep with other guys, but they can have multiple
Are you sure
women.
a lot of guys wouldn't want to be like Adam and, have their woman in them streets?
I mean, she's not really in the streets. She just shoots porn with other guys
I'm
from time to
teasing.
time.
I'm messing
I
with you.
feel like a lot of people like to extrapolate from our actual.
Here comes the disgusting mental gymnastics, because as you can see, Marquette was poking at him. He was poking at him. He knows it makes him uncomfortable. He knows he's insecure in the situation. He can sense the weak links in the room.
Monogamous relationship and take the porn element and act as if that's what we're doing on a consistent basis, when in reality, her and I are faithful to each other.
Now, once again, in reality, you are not faithful to each other. He's talking about, we're having sex with other people, and we think that you're having sex with people on a regular basis. It does not matter. It only takes one infidelity for we to look at you and be like, this is not a monogamous relationship. This is not monogamy anymore. It's disrespectful, though. What's disrespectful? And why would we care?
We don't care.
Let me tell you. We don't care.
To him and his relationship, he doesn't honor any sanctity of marriage or uphold any sort of standards that should be respected.
One, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I am just teasing you. So
That's not a possibility.
I just want to throw that out there. But I think it's strange if you put terminology on something and you're using what's called euphemistic circumlocution. You're trying
Smaller
to make
words.
No. Keep up. Read a goddamn book, you idiot. No smaller words. This is the problem. Sometimes you would use bigger words so you can use less words. You want to cut down the sentence. You want to be articulate and get the message across with as little words as possible. So the big words are going to come out. Live with it or read a dictionary, a thesaurus, something. Get educated.
I got you. What's a euphemism? What's a euphemism?
Smaller words.
Oh my fucking God. It's a nice way of saying something, you stupid.
I got you. Right.
Euphemism is a nice way of saying something.
Right. And circumlocution. Anyways, look.
I said that there's a lot of women on this panel, so
I
we
got
need
you.
smaller
Yeah,
words.
let me
We're
break this down.
simple-minded creatures.
We got a pearl.
Nope. A lot of women on the panel. Simple-minded creatures. Women, simple-minded creatures. Hey, yo, come collect this wholesome woman from the side here. This alleged wholesome woman. What the hell is she talking about? Do not disparage the entire gender of women because you have a bunch of dumb only thoughts, girls that don't understand or can't comprehend a sentence. Women aren't simple-minded creatures that have no comprehension skills. It's these women. You should try it.
On our hands over here.
So here's the thing. You know damn well you're not monogamous.
We are on off camera.
This is where we're going to spend most of the time doing the reaction, because this is where all the mental gymnastics takes place. He can't accept that they're not in a monogamous relationship. He tries to make the distinction, and it's just pathetic.
A pearl on our hands over here.
So here's the thing. You know damn well you're not monogamous. To
we
call
are
it
on off camera.
right, so it's like going into the metaverse is not necessary. There's no life on camera and life off camera. It's either you're monogamous or you're not.
You hear him? There is the mental gymnastics. It's either you're monogamous or you're not. Off camera, on camera. You're trying to make the distinction, and then you try to make these asinine analogies. Let me pull this back and play this through.
Off camera.
Right, so it's like going into the metaverse is not necessary. There's no life on camera and life off camera. It's either you're monogamous or you're not monogamous.
If you got a movie role and you kissed a girl in the movie role, would you still be monogamous in your relationship? I mean, I realize that the sex thing is more of a real physical fact, right?
Did you compare a movie kiss? You compared a movie kiss to your girl getting.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This is I even talk about the mental gymnastics in the movie world. Movies, the Hollywood, the industry. We have Toronto's pretty much Hollywood East. There's a whole bunch of movie productions. I've been on set. I've spoken to a lot of movies, producers, people behind scenes in the productions, a few actors on the suits, or the set of Suits. I'm fucking up my words here. Movies in Hollywood, the industry is soft porn. There's folks that say, no, I want to opt out of this scene. I don't want to kiss this person. Let's get some CGI in here. There's people that have relationships that have to respect their relationships. And then there's folks that just accept that this is what it is. This CGI kiss is going to look trash. They're going to own up and they're going to do the kiss. But they damn well know what they're doing. It's not full porn. They understand that it's soft porn. They understand that they're doing these things. You're going to have to execute for the scene. They're acting. It's not real feelings unless you're, what's your name? Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, who fell in love on the scene of a movie scene, on the set of a movie scene. They fell in love. They cultivated a relationship in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That happens sometimes, but nonetheless. But let's get back into it.
Smack
Well,
down.
it literally is. They're making a piece of content. They're making a film.
I actually agree with him. I would say that's not being
I feel like you're
monogamous, too.
intentionally misunderstanding what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
She pulled a quick one. She said, I agree with him. I would say they're not being monogamous too. So she didn't feed into his delusion. She just accepted the fact that some actors and actresses do some things that may not be seen as monogamous because it is soft porn and people like to do the mental gymnastics and try to act like it is not.
It's pretty obvious that there is a difference between doing things off camera.
Let me
and
ask
on
you a
camera,
question.
right?
If you think I'm intentionally misunderstanding, you think if we took a poll right now, we said, would you consider Adam's relationship monogamous? Would people vote yes, it's monogamous, or no, it's not monogamous?
Obviously, it
Where would
comes
the
with a
majority
very
be?
big caveat that says
Why must there be a caveat?
On camera, the rules are slightly
But that's the whole point. There's no.
The mental gymnastics, the caveat. All right, we're going to do the poll right now. Put 1 in the chat if you believe that the relationship is not monogamous and Adam22 is practicing mental gymnastics. And put a 2 in the chat if you think that there is a distinction between the on-camera and off-camera and they are monogamous and Adam is right. 1's in the chat if Adam's full of shit and he's practicing mental gymnastics. 2 if Adam's right. Let's see if this is full consensus right here. Taylor May, do you see why you are the only one on the outside? Do you see why everybody, it's unanimous ones, and Taylor Made on the outside with the 2? You got to stop it, Taylor. You got to stop the mental gymnastics, man. It's filthy out here. You tried it with Destiny, now you're trying it with Adam22. This is what I'm saying. All y'all want to hold black men accountable at every time, but when it comes to these white guys, y'all want to afford them a level of privilege. What are we doing out here? What are we doing? You're the only one that picked 2. The only one. Oh, now there's 2. Who was the other one? Who was the other 2? Wait, 3. Where's the other 2? I don't see anyone. I see Taylor's 2 and that's it. Is somebody blocked that put a 2 in there? There's only 1 2. He said, how did I make it a race thing? Because the mental gymnastics, I only see you perform the mental gymnastics when it came to Destiny and Adam22. That's how it became a race thing. When it comes to all the other black men that we're cooking, you are on board. When it's Pearl, we're on board. When Pearl's talking about 15, 16-year-olds look hot, we're like, ew, that's grape as shit. What the hell are you doing, Pearl? When it's Destiny, he's getting passes. It's like the mental gymnastics. That's why I'm making it a color thing, because I only see it with Destiny and Adam22.
Like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, like there's some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't.
Yeah. I've seen him do it.
Same thing as Pearl. Same thing as Pearl. He said the same thing as Pearl, but he gets passes.
Like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, like there's some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Bro, do you even know who the fuck I am? Like, I just said the N-word to you like 15 times like 2 minutes ago. How are you gonna say this about me? You know, like.
At Destiny, you said nigga like 1 month ago. I would never even utter that disgusting fucking word. I would never, ever, in any circumstance, would I ever fucking say that. So Like that is not true.
2% sure, but I should be allowed to say the words like nigger or faggot within the context of an appropriate discussion.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
I've seen him do it.
Okay, so when you guys are conveniently fans of these folks that we caught in 4K and then want to talk about stuff about Pearl, it's like, come on, man. Y'all are inconsistent. Y'all are inconsistent. Listen, man, I'm not sparing folks conveniently because I fuck with them. That's not what we're doing out here. We got to call it for what it is. Because then I lose credibility to be able to say stuff because I'm inconsistent. I'm not doing that out here. Y'all can do that in the comment section because y'all are in the comment section. Okay, so listen, Taylor, man. You said the N-word and messing with young girls, you said it's not cool, but it doesn't change anything. You're still going to be a fan and a supporter and a defender of Destiny actively. So you're doing what King Riches did with Pearl. You're doing exactly what King Riches did with Pearl. Oh, I said that was not right, but yet I'm still here in the building supporting and being aside. So there's no accountability there. There's no repercussions. There's nothing. There's nothing but support. So you're letting it pass.
No caveat. You're creating a
No, there
false
is a caveat.
frame.
I just named the caveat.
You're
I
creating
think
a
everybody
false
here actually
frame.
understands it, right?
Yeah. No, that's not true.
You see all the girls nodding their head?
No, that's because you have 3 conservative individuals here, and then you have everyone else here is in sex work.
She just said she understands.
She said she understands that you are both not monogamous, you idiot. You didn't pay attention.
Work. She's.
Yeah, but why they put her between? This is confusing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because she's pretty, and I need her next to me.
No, I'm just saying, like, if
what's
it
your
was to
job?
be like conservative and then OnlyFans girls.
Listen, y'all, as much as y'all like to pay attention to the show and everything, I pay attention to the chat, the people in the chat, how people maneuver in the chat, the Discord, all of it. I have to pay attention to the fan base. I have to analyze these things. I have to analyze analytics. I have to pay attention to everything to be successful on the platform. TaylorMade, you are getting singled out because I notice a pattern when it comes to you, when it comes to defending these folks conveniently and consistently. So I wait for it. I call it in the chat. You're the only one picking a 2. Everybody else is being real and keeping it a stack, and then you want to practice the mental gymnastics, and I'm not here for it. So it is what it is. Continue being in the chat. I'm not disparaging your comments, but I'm not going to agree with it and act like you're saying stuff that is inconsistent.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on, just 1 sec, guys.
Mr. Adam666, do not insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending.
Ty and a Hellcat, obviously you agree with Taylor. You agree with everything on the other side. You constantly go back and forth with me on these topics when it comes to the red pill. You were on the platform debating for Fresh and Fit. What are we talking about? I know.
I've seen him do it.
I'm telling you, I know who's going to say what, when y'all are going to say what, when are y'all going to disagree. I know what y'all stand for. Like, come on, man. I pay attention out here. I hope y'all are.
Adam666, do not insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending.
Settled.
I'm a sex worker as well.
You hear the dumbass defense. Do you hear this dumbass defense? This guy spent $200 once again.
I'm getting rich.
These guys do not play with their super chats out here. Every single one I've seen has been $200. This person says, do not insult our intelligence. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all want to stay stupid like a bunch of goddamn idiots. Don't insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending. His dumbass's response was, I'm a sex worker too. We don't give a fuck.
We don't care.
Let me tell you. We don't care.
That doesn't change anything. When I was talking about Destiny getting cucked, oh, well, Destiny's monogamous too. What the fuck does that have to do with the fact that he's getting cucked? You goddamn idiots in your mental gymnastics, y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to seriously
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
take that shit to another channel where folks favor the folks that they like. And they're going to be like, oh, we're cool with this guy. We like them. We're just going to excuse all their bullshit. We're going to play the mental gymnastics fuckery game. Not doing it here. Not doing it here.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you both have
666.
herpes.
What the? I thought it's 22.
Yeah.
It's Adam 16.
Oh, that's
What
fine.
No, because
Cut 22.
That was like the double number.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah,
a play
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Let's try to keep things a little pleasant.
LLLLL donated $200. My sprinkler goes like this.
Oh my god, bro. Okay.
All right, so we're making stupid points in here. So understanding does not mean agreeing. So I could understand it enough to analyze it and criticize it. Why would it be mean I would agree? Obviously, there's a distinction between the two. It's what you do following up. Do not play the dense games out here with me. I'm not going for it, man. I'm not going for this cheap line of finessing, man. Y'all got to stand on something. Stand on business, Taylor. Stand on business for real. Don't say one thing and do the other and let me catch you doing some... Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Y'all need to stop playing in my face.
They pay money to do this?
Can people type bad words in there, like the N-word?
Comes back like this.
Bro, why you gotta fucking... Oh my god.
She's feeding it. She's feeding it.
Don't
love
seed
it. I
that
love it.
shit.
I love
Don't
it.
listen to women. Don't.
I like how that was her favorite go-to. She's like the N-word, for example.
Well, I'm just wondering.
You guys were having a little back and forth, I guess, on...
Well, we both know we're not going to agree on that, but I think it's very disingenuous to call it monogamy when it's not monogamy.
Well,
and the
it's
only
monogamy
reason
off camera.
Off camera, this being very disingenuous, and this is the point. I like TaylorMade. I support TaylorMade. There's no animus towards TaylorMade, but it comes down to I'm going to keep it a stack for my platform because that's what I do out here. I'm not going to lie to the folks based on liking an individual or being cool with an individual, and we see that too much time and time again on these platforms. Just complete fabrications and copium for the folks that we like.
it's like me saying that, inside of this room...
You don't really need to
blank
say
is a
it's like
condition.
anything. It
Fill
just
in the
is a
blank.
statement of fact, right?
No, it's not. Because you're creating a false condition as though...
No. TaylorMade. You said, because you said I did, LT, and I said I don't agree with their lifestyle. You put a 2 in the chat. It's not about agreeing with their lifestyle. You put a 2 in the chat, meaning that you believe that their lifestyle is monogamous. You believe that their lifestyle is monogamous. You are playing into the copium and the mental gymnastics. And I'm saying you are not keeping it a stack. And when I called you out for certain things, I'm like, I see this convenient defense for certain folks and only certain folks. It's pretty easy to keep up with. I don't know why we're confused here, but let's get it.
Life is different when you turn on a camera and turn off a camera.
I think when I say
monogamy
on or off camera, I think everyone understands.
This is
right?
really important. No, I like where we're at right now. What we're experiencing is that you know what you're doing is wrong, so you have this dual.
Wait, what the hell, John? Shout out to John with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
John says, look, at the end of the day, we all just want red dress and pink top to have them titties pop out. Red hair as well. Let's see them puppies. Yo, John, good luck for you because you're in luck because these women are readily available on OnlyFans. You want to see them puppies jump out, you can go subscribe to their OnlyFans. The link is probably in the description of the whatever podcast. Base God says sus the sinner is a scammer. Yo, listen, y'all. I don't. We know sus Marquardt. We know he's ducking Duke. We know he's a scammer. We know he can't tell us how to create an NFT from the command line. We know all of these things. It does not change the fact that he is right about Adam and he's cooking Adam right now. It does not change that. That's what I'm talking about. Some of this internet shit is too, we're going to pick a side. We're just going to pick a side and not keep it real at all.
in your mind and in your psyche to make you feel like because you turn on the camera, because you're getting paid, now it's okay. When in actual fact, I'll tell you how we know it's wrong. Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. And I'll give you an example. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful.
That's facts. That is facts. Perfect. You got to be proud of your work. My mom, I don't know if she's watching the show right now, but my mom watches the show. My girl watches this show. My brother watches this show. Some of my niggas watch this show. Some of my niggas in the Discord. It's like you should be proud of your work like that. You can't be proud of that so you know that you're doing something sleazy and something that is not something that is not reputable. And Adam22 is the only one that's very uncomfortable here. The rest of them kind of understand what they're doing with their life and kind of accept it. They're not as insecure in their lifestyle. You can clearly see it. They're comfortable. This one even makes a joke about being brainless. They're way more comfortable and less insecure than Adam22 is, because Adam22 can't accept what it is and he's playing mental gymnastics because he's a very insecure man. Shout out to John with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Can't explain that charge to my wife, good sir. Shit, I wish I knew what that was in relation to. Maybe I should have read the super chat expeditiously. But let's get back into this, y'all.
If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is...
Oh, the charge. Oh, okay, I get it. My bad. Can't explain the charge of the OnlyFans to your wife. Yeah, I forgot, man.
Wrong in the product.
Listen, man, I'm not condoning OnlyFans. That was literally a joke. I'm not going to say, oh, go subscribe to these. Why? Who's really doing that, man? Porn is free everywhere. There's Pornhub, there's Twitter, there's all sorts of... There's the NSFW tab in the Discord. It's looking kind of desolate right now, but we're going to build that. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, come on, man. Who's paying for this shit?
Of what you're doing is bad.
First of all, I don't do porn on OnlyFans, so like, don't throw me in that. Okay. But I feel like it's like what I want my dad to watch me having sex.
Oh, she doesn't even do porn on OnlyFans. So what the hell are you doing? Getting finessed? What the hell? If you're not doing OnlyFans, but you're in the porn world, you are...
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
With someone else, recorded or not, like you do things like you don't want your parents to see everything that you're doing.
Did you understand my point?
To him, like it's a bad thing. Like how do you know that they're ashamed
of it?
Real quick,
did you understand my point?
What?
Did you comprehend my point?
I understand your point, okay, but I mean, I do agree with him. I think off camera, they are monogamous. Like it's acting. It's like kissing someone in a movie. Like
okay, let me ask you a question.
I don't do porn on OnlyFans.
Let me ask you a question.
But I still agree. I do think they are in a monogamous relationship.
You don't do porn on OnlyFans. I don't. What do you do?
I do like sexy photos. Yeah.
Just sexy photos. Nude photos.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, here we got a jokester. Okay,
you gotta subscribe. I mean, I don't know. You gotta see for yourself. Yeah.
I would never.
So, going back though, how do you pitch it to a girl? Like,
oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
fuck
trying to get
other
this ism.
women.
You trying to get this ism.
Butler donated $200. Hey, Mr. Herpsalot. You did a standard herpes test which shows nothing. You do a Western blot test, it will likely come back positive and you will have to disclose to all future partners. Hashtag filthy.
Oh Jay Butler got paid today.
You spent a lot more time thinking about this than
I. Do you hear this, idiot? You have spent a lot more time thinking about this than I have, and you think that's an insult, sir? What the hell? You're an idiot, bro. Oh my God, what the hell was that?
To all future partners. Hashtag filthy.
Oh my
Jay Butler got paid today.
You spent a lot more time thinking about this than I have.
What is this?
Oh man. One of these days, Adam, I'll have you on the podcast where not everyone's trying to dogpile you.
No, he's bulletproof. He's bulletproof.
He's bulletproof. Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, so what is the pitch? What's the pitch? Because I'm sure there's men out there that, would like to have the kind of arrangement
Okay, so I don't know if y'all realize or know this. The question that was asked initially was how in the hell did Marquette pull off his open on his end, close on his woman's end? And we got deflected to the point where I almost forgot that was the initial question. So Brian went back to ask the question, but he sent us on a whole deviation tour where we just completely off of the point, deflected away beautifully. Pause. But that's what he does. He does some finessing around this table to basically remove the heat from his seat and put it back on Adam. Shout out to Lee with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
The conservative girl is Isabella Riley Moody. Isabella Riley Moody. Check Discord. She is a fake TradCon wife. Tree exposed her. She literally groomed her very young husband. The girl in the red, right? Is that the girl you're talking about? Her comment about the women on the table saying women are dense or whatever and they're simple people, that was the dead giveaway. That was a dead giveaway. She's speaking as if she is some sort of representative of traditional women. And I'm like, if that was the case, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be sitting here talking about your marriage is doing so well and you're successful and blah, blah, blah. You're not an entertainer. You're not a YouTuber. You have no reason to be here and flaunting your traditional marriage. Like, it makes no damn sense. Sometimes you got to look through the little details and be like, wait, why the hell would you be here purporting such a message and going against them, but also shitting on women at the same time? Something smells a little funny here.
You have?
Oh, I'm good. I can fight back. I'm okay.
Right. Okay.
So how do you what's the pitch to the woman?
Okay.
How do you because most women are going to be like, no, I don't want you.
Right.
With other
or
chicks.
They're going to try to force some level of gender.
Generally, the only type of women that are dealing with that are women that are like Muslim women that are used to it's like a religious thing where they're used to the polygamy and it's part of their culture. Outside of that, you're going to be hard pressed to find a woman that's going to have it open on your end, closed on theirs. That is some red pill bullshit. That's not reality. Folks aren't really that's ridiculous.
Feminists were equal, were the same. So if you do it, I do it.
Okay.
All right. So Adam, you ready for this? Get your pen and paper.
Let's go.
You ready for this? All right. Cool. So the number one foundational piece is selecting the correct woman. I'll give you an example. We're just gonna go. Just give me a little bit of time here.
Chronic introvert says you can guilt a woman into allowing it if she has low self-esteem. Now that's the thing. I'm not gonna debate that because it is true. You get a side chick ass bitch that's used to being like a permanent type of side chick that has low self-esteem that gets checked on whenever the hell you feel available. Make that a permanent girl and then have chicks on the side. She will deal with you opening the relationship and closing it on her end, but that won't last for very long before she becomes an emotional wreck. So to do it in perpetuity and have a long lasting healthy relationship, I don't see that happening. And who wants to take advantage of somebody with a low self-esteem just to open it on their side? That it's just like what happens to these guys when they get cucked. It's like they're doing the same thing. They're taking advantage of a weak person. Like nobody's willingly doing that, like chest out, oh, this is happy, this is good. Like unless it's within the context of their religion and their culture and how they usually do it. But that's not Western shit.
Have you ever cheated before?
No, never.
Never. Have you ever cheated before?
No.
Would they admit it though?
Have you?
Yeah, like Jazz says, in Islam, a man's not supposed to have another wife unless he can take care of them equally and fairly. That's the thing. When in Islam, when they have multiple wives, their wives are well taken care of, and it's not no bullshit ass game like, oh, it's open on my end, so I'm just fucking women indiscriminately. It's like, no, they have legit families outside made from the polygamy. It's much different. Much different. It comes with a level of responsibility. And the red pill, they don't want that shit. They just want men to do what the fuck they want and women to have responsibility in the red pill. So it's kind of like a little crazy.
Have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cheated before? You're lying. Have you ever cheated before?
See, he read this girl perfectly. This girl is complete. She has all the selfish, narcissistic traits in a woman, and you could kind of tell by reading her within 20 minutes. So he sniffed her out as the weak link instantly. So he was able to deflect from actually substantiating his claim with his relationship to doing this. So now I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let it play.
Have you ever cheated before?
No.
Would they admit it though?
Have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cheated before? You're lying. Have you ever cheated before?
That's fucked up.
No, I'll tell you why. No, I will tell you why. I'm not putting on her.
Why am I
I'm gonna tell you why.
Straighten your mic, please.
I will tell you why. I can read characters very well.
Gotcha.
There was a gentleman here named Nick. He was explaining to everyone how the show is going to proceed and giving us the basics on, how to pay attention, how to track the speaker, how to be respectful, in other words. There was one person who was not paying attention while he was talking. Who was that?
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
So out of everyone sitting here, why are you the one that's sitting here being disrespectful when he's taking out his time to show you how to best present yourself in front of millions of people?
Because I was turning off my alarm. Yeah, and I didn't want to forget to do it later.
Sure, I hear you. Because you're a disrespectful person. And you were rude and catty with him after he told you. As a boss, I always look at these things because I
was rude and catty
but ass
with him because I put my phone away.
No.
I don't think I said anything disrespectful. I mean,
I agree with you.
coming from.
I agree that you think you didn't say anything disrespectful. I agree that you think you weren't being disrespectful because that's your actual nature. So a person like you who is by nature one who is narcissistic and disregards others, you're the one that's going to cheat.
Because I was on my phone when I didn't.
Why were you the only one?
My phone?
Out of I got 2 phones right here. I got 2 phones. Why were you the only
Do
one?
you follow every single fucking rule? Have you ever had a speeding ticket? Like,
Why are
have
you
you
so
ever gotten
angry?
in trouble?
Why are you so angry?
Like in class?
You're just angry
I think
right
you're
now.
just as expressive as I am.
You're
and I think when a
angry.
woman like kind of like barks back at you, it's an issue.
Well, there's no need to bark.
But
We're
you've
humans.
been like,
You can
you know,
just
kind
talk.
of.
I'm just
talking
going to
the same way
spade a
everyone.
spade. I'm just saying,
It's okay.
why were you? I'm asking you a question. Why were
Oh,
you?
hell no. Hold up. I'm going to let this play, but something just transpired in the chat. Chronic Introvert said, every girl I've been with, I had to take from someone else, and every girl I've been with is cheated. Yo, what the hell?
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
What the fuck? Nah, I was not ready for that, Chronic. What the hell? So it's like you knew what you were doing to yourself. You were signing yourself up for that doom. Ah, that's hilarious. I ain't laughing at your pain, but I'm kind of laughing at your pain at the same time. You know what I mean? You ain't complaining. It's facts, because you knew what you did. You knew what you were doing out here.
The only one out of everyone here. Why was it you that all of a sudden needed to do that right when he's giving us the directions?
Just because I had to do it.
Right, because you didn't care. Now, settle.
I don't know
So,
how being on
back
my
to your
phone
point.
correlates to cheating.
Because you don't care, ma'am. You show a level of propensity for disrespect and selfishness. Marquette's a fraud, but he's right on this one. You can read these type of people out, or you could scope these type of people out. When folks are definitely selfish, narcissistic into themselves, disregarding other people's rules in their house, those are the type of people that would cheat. You're just disregarding somebody else's rules in their house. It's like, come on, man. You could see that that's a cheating ass type of person. But nonetheless, he got off by asking all these women questions. Did you cheat? Did you cheat? Breaking down why they're cheaters and why they're X, Y, and Z. We forgot that the initial question was, Marquette, how do you have an open relationship on your side and closed on the woman's side? He's still deflecting. He's successfully deflecting, and everybody is just befuddled and they're lost. They don't even realize that he's deflecting.
That's fucking ridiculous. Like, be fucking for real right now.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, if you had legit...
I think I have a lot more to offer than just being on OnlyFans.
If you had
like, that I started 2 months ago. Like,
Now, as he said something disparaging to her, she has no skills. That's why she's in the sexual marketplace. All these women right here are OnlyFans women, and Adam22 is also part of that OnlyFans sex life. We can see who is insecure by these comments or feels a certain way or disrespected by these comments, because they're disrespectful comments. But this woman right here, who was the shark diver and the underground portrait painter, she is not insecure or appalled by these comments at all. She's like, yeah, I'm doing this sex work, but she has other talents.
like there's a
One
lot
second,
more
love.
to offer than
If
that.
you had
Love.
significant IQ
Yeah.
and skill set, you'd be able to go into the marketplace and earn a good income such that you didn't have to
gotcha.
do that.
Significant
So-
IQ, like the women that you're with that let you cheat on them and,
So-
and bring whatever diseases back to them, right? Like those are like
I
high
hear
value
you.
women,
I
right?
hear you.
Like
Right. Yeah. So being
Whoa, well, she got you there though.
that you don't have significant income or the ability to offer skills
I don't have
to
a
the
significant income. Okay, gotcha.
Are you? Why do you
Go
keep
ahead.
cutting me off? All right, go ahead. You talk, and then I'll respond. Go ahead. You talk. I'll go after.
Can you at least scoot your mic that way? There you go. Go
She
ahead.
wasn't listening to the directions. That's why she didn't know.
I'm a bad listener.
Just
I'm a bad
interrupting.
listener and I'm a cheater.
Okay. All right.
You hear her? She's a bad listener and she's a cheater. even though she's in a direct line of contact or competition, they're going back and forth, they're arguing. She's not feeling insecure. She's not feeling overwhelmed, although he is being disrespectful. He's being disrespectful. She's shooting back. She's fighting back. She's not crying. She's not rage quitting. She's secure in what the hell she's doing, at least at some level.
Do you want to talk now? I just want to make sure you don't interrupt me. So go ahead. No, I'm offering you the floor because you were talking while I was talking. Go ahead.
I'm good. You can say what you need to say.
Wow. See, you're brain dead. That's a problem. That's why you have to interrupt me while I'm talking. I gave you the floor. You didn't want to take it because you don't have any thoughts or anything to say.
I do have
Here's
thoughts.
my point.
Now this is beyond drilling a point home by describing the ineptitude of somebody else, because sometimes it could be seen as taking ad hominem shots at somebody, but really and truly you are just making a rounded argument and showing somebody's shortcomings and using it as a description to basically make the point and make it land home. This is not that. This is now taking a room into ad hominem attacks for no reason, because this you could basically substantiate your point without all these name calling and shit. So he's stepping into that line, but that's the way he effectively gets off the deflection. You have to have these type of tense moments to basically fool the fan base and be like, wait, aren't we supposed to be asking about your open relationship? But no, because this is happening, people forget.
And don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So don't take personal offense
which is
to
what?
it.
A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people
Gotcha.
lack values.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
Huh? Okay. So I'm the one with like the least IQ here, even though I do
No.
Even though I do
you
like
might
the
not
least
be.
amount on OnlyFans,
I surmise,
but because I'm the only woman who's barking back at you like I'm this brain dead fucking bimbo who has nothing to offer to
that's
society.
not why.
I mean, then what? Then
Well,
what?
let's test it. Let's test it real quick. Okay, what's your age?
I'm 28, but I'm not testing.
Ooh,
I'm not
28.
doing a test.
You're 28.
I'm getting up there. You're
That's
right.
amazing.
My eggs are drying up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be fertile. No one's gonna want me. I'm not a high value woman. Like
that's
what
fine.
else?
We're not going there. Here's where we're going.
All right, so this is one of the tropes that I have to address when it comes to red pill. They always do this all the time. 28 is not an old woman. 28 is not an old woman. Maybe if you're one of these grapists looking to shop in the 19-year-old section, that's old to you, but that's not an old woman. That's a red pill trope. Oh, they're 28, they're hitting the wall, da-da-da-da-da. It's a tactic used by 50-year-old men, 40-some-odd-year-old men who want to devalue and make these women feel less than so they can qualify for. We see that as a trait in the red pill. So 28 is not old, not even close. Stop the goddamn cap.
If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a six-figure plus income?
I do understand.
Wait, speak English. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I work at one of the I work at one of the best clubs in Las Vegas.
You seem like you're...
You keep speaking on red pill. You sound like a simp. That is the dustiest argument anybody can make. If you're anti-red pill or anti-anything any of these dweebs say, you're a simp. Make it make sense. Y'all are dumb as fuck.
Having trouble with English for a second. Tell us.
I'm perfectly fine with my English.
Go on.
I'm a little riled up. Yes.
I said that like 5 minutes ago and you denied it.
I'm a little thrown off by you attacking me because I think a lot of these other girls...
That's because people never address you.
And I respect.
People
like,
never address you directly.
I think you're just attacking me because I'm responding to you. And you don't like that. And you don't like women who...
God damn it. She didn't get it. She's not smart enough to wrap around her head of what the hell he was doing. He was attacking her to get the smoke off of his trail because he's in the hot seat right now. He has to substantiate how he gets these women to be open with him, are closed on their side while he's open on his side. So he used this moment to bash her to get the smoke off of him.
Go against what you have to say.
That's fine.
And that's why you choose the women that you do.
Do you mind answering the question I asked you?
What is the question?
Okay, I'll say it one more time. What skills do you have that would help you earn a six-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right, nothing. There's nothing that there's no skills that I have at all.
You're trying to escape.
There's nothing.
But I'm
there's
saying
there's no skills. No, you're right.
Because
you're right.
you're a cocktail server in
right.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now. And that's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us.
But the fact is, I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type many times. Generally, they're younger.
Gotcha.
But the point is this.
Old, I know, man.
You're no, really. Honestly, they should be firing you.
Someone marries me.
Yeah, no, they should be. Well, I don't know about that, but they should certainly be firing you and get someone of the appropriate age to do such a low-level job.
Oh, yeah.
But the point is this. Why are you opening your mouth wide like that? It's not time. Bring the camera out. She's ready.
I think she can be shocked. She can do whatever she wants. She's fine.
But here's the point.
Fine.
Here's the point. You're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. Okay. And then you walk away, tell someone else Jack and Coke. They hand you a Jack and Coke. You come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it? And what about it?
Yo, I've got to get that as a drop. It's a hard work. What the hell?
Come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it? It's a hard work. And what about it?
Yeah, there is no skill set is the point, which is to say if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
You caught me.
Because you're brainless. Carrying on.
You're right, yeah. I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that's what you're good for. And I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just that
I think you are trying to be rude.
No, I'm just being honest.
No, I mean, being honest about what? I mean, do you even...
But look at her. Look at her. She's just like, I think you're trying to be rude or whatever. She's still unfazed. He was barring her down for a second, but at the end of the day, it's just like, you acting like a child, my nigga. Or you put her brain in a man. She's not a man, my nigga. What the fuck you doing out here? You sound jealous of women and their opportunities and the things that they can do to get by and elevate themselves. It sounds a little dusty. It sounds like he's hating on women. But she was unfazed. She was unfazed. The person that was steaming the most, I hope y'all were paying attention. The person that was sitting there festering, pissed off the entire time was none other than Adam22. Adam22 still has that mad face on right now.
I've seen him do it.
This nigga is big mad. This nigga he's just like, oh man, he's insecure about himself because he knows why he went into the porn industry like that and why the hell he's selling his wife. He knows the lack of revenue generated from his platform in accordance to the numbers. Because some people, y'all don't understand. Some people have platforms that are big in numbers, big in look, big in clout, big in cachet, recognizable platforms, but it's the look. They're selling people the look. The revenue isn't adding up to the level of prestige or the level of the way the platform is looking. So that's why he's selling his wife and doing these things. The man, look at this, man.
I know who I am as a person. I mean, before like throwing these insults that I'm just this brain dead fucking woman who has nothing to offer.
We should avoid ad hominem.
But is it ad hominem when you actually? There were some, but
brainless might be a little.
Do you even know me? Like you don't even, and you're only calling me brainless because I'm the only one responding to you.
See, TaylorMade, we knew it. We knew it. Convenient defenses of Adam. You weren't paying attention. The man's stewing. He's about to rage quit just now. So you're defending him once again. I'm pulling mental gymnastics. He's not really mad. He is about to rage quit. I put it on the time. 45:17 into the film is where he rage quits. We are now at 44:03. He's a minute and a half away, or not even a minute and a half, a minute away from rage quitting. So he's not mad. He's not festering, huh? I'm mental gymnastics, huh? You got caught, Taylor. You got caught again with your convenient defense of the man.
Do you think?
You know what I think has him a little bit upset? Just so you know, every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Oh, he was not mad, huh? He was not mad at the back and forth exchange. But now he's taking the ad hominems the way Satan the Sinner was attacking the other girl. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop. He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past.
And he's mad about it.
He basically LARPs as a rich guy on the internet.
If I was absolutely poor, it would mean nothing.
All the girls,
it would mean nothing.
I think we all are kind of in agreement that we don't really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong.
TaylorMade says, I don't even watch No Jumper. You're making my point hit home even harder because there is a propensity for you to defend certain folks. And you said, why did I bring the race into it? I'm like, you conveniently love to defend these white men with no nothing to substantiate your points. I find it bizarre. I'm like, what is the convenience in that? I'm like, it's a recurring pattern, TaylorMade. It is what it is. Shout out to John with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Only losers thinks money means benefiting society. Yeah, he's just like, oh, you're broke, you're X, Y, and Z. Well, Adam, you don't stand on any type of principle, any type of integrity at all. You go where the money goes. You'll sell your wife if the bag is big enough.
With our
Yeah,
lives.
what do you do for work?
I'm
How do you make
on the
money?
edge of
What do you
walking
do for
out,
work?
Brian. I'm gonna be totally real.
What do you do for work?
And I'm not walking out on like a
What do you do for
high
work?
level. I just don't
No, what do
really
you
want to
do for
listen to a
work?
scam artist
You
tell me
can,
what's
What do you do for work?
Google my
lifestyles,
name.
right?
You can Google
I don't
my
fucking
name
know who
right
you
now.
are.
You can Google my name.
If you
right
Google
now.
his
Does anyone
name,
know this guy's name?
you'll
And
be
I heard,
exhilarated.
I hurt your feelings earlier, and
You didn't hurt my
I
feelings
did
at
hurt
all.
your
It's just you're
feelings
trying
earlier.
to
And
do
the
this
whole
whole
chat
moral
is hurting your
superiority
feelings.
thing, and it's not
The
working
whole
because
chat is
you're
hurting
broke.
your feelings. The
You're
whole chat is-
actually broke.
Oh my God. So you're doing the morally superior thing, but it's not working. So you're broke. That's his insult. We know Sus Marquardt is a fraud. He's a scammer. We know that he's full of shit. He's still ducking Duke the Don. We already know that. I'm not going to align myself with Saint the Sinner or give him some sort of extra kudos for this. But at the end of the day, he was right. Everything he described in his relationship, Adam was doing mental gymnastics. Adam got his ass cooked. Adam is insecure in his line of work. The rest of the women aren't. They just want to go back and forth and argue. You see this girl perked up and became happy as Adam's trying to defend because she wants to do the argument shit. She's not hurt personally. Saint the Sinner was hurling all sorts of ad hominems at her, and she was just like, we don't care. Like, I do this.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny thing.
I'm just being real with you.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
Then let's have them prove
Why
it.
did you
If
do
I
an
still had
NFT
a
scam
phone,
on your fans for like
if I still
$400?
Silly.
Checkmate.
Silliness.
This guy's a scammer.
Wait, guys,
Is that his job? Is he
I
an actual
think
scammer?
I'm gonna leave, and if any girls want to leave with me, I'd be happy to take you with me.
Hold on. He's rage
You
quitting.
hear this? He's rage quitting. This man said he'd be happy to leave, and if any girls are willing to leave with him, you can come with, and none of them followed. This one followed briefly to try to get him back in the room. None of them were coming with him. This nigga is tripping. He's delusional.
He's rage quitting.
It's not a rage quit. It's just you're not on the level
He's
of
rage
me
quitting.
or
Adam,
any
I
of
agree.
these
No,
girls.
I agree.
Rage quitting.
Guys, hold on. Let's just take a little
I
pause
didn't mean
here.
to make him
I
rage
think
quit.
I'm done,
No,
Brian.
Adam.
I don't want to listen to this guy anymore, and I feel like I might do something extreme if I were to stick around.
When I first walked in, I
I
said,
might
"Do you
have
want
to
the
polish
fade?"
that milk dud.
When I first walked,
Guys,
when I saw you downstairs, I said, "Do you want the fade?" And you said no.
Wow.
Yep, see, this is what I'm talking about. Adam22, full of cap, talking about you're gonna polish that milk dud. Like, my nigga, you're not Duke the Don. You're not gonna actually shoot the fade with Saint the Sinner. You got into one of your alter egos, the 22ster. You thought you were tough again, and then you're gonna what? You're gonna wave the white flag like you did with Fig Munity. You're a coward, bro. What are we talking about out here? You walked out.
I've seen him do it.
You rage quit. You were a whole damn victim. You're insecure with your lifestyle. This is some dusty work out here.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
How are you ducking the fade? This is the thing. Saint the Sinner spoke to him prior to the interview. They were downstairs together. He challenged him to the fade. You ran from Sus Marquardt. You ran from him. He challenged you to the fade. You sat down. You had the conversation. You said you don't want to listen to a scammer. This guy's full of shit, X, Y, and Z. But you had a 50-minute conversation prior to getting cooked. You didn't like the words coming out of his mouth. You didn't like the fact that it's not the fact that he was a scammer and you don't want to talk to him, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have done the interview. You would have left the second he was on here. Like, I'm not listening to this motherfucker. But you waited until it got too deep for you, pause, and you couldn't handle the words. You were feeling insecure about your line of work and what you did with your wife and your copium with your fake monogamous relationship, where we can clearly see it's open. She's getting fucked by other dudes. What are we talking about out here?
Okay.
See what you
When I
fucking
first
did?
walked in, I said, "Do you
Thanks
want the
a
fade?"
lot.
You said no. We could have took care of that before the show started.
Do you guys have like?
And I'm more inclined to believe Sus Marquardt here, because if that wasn't true, then Adam22 would have sat his ass back down and fought back and said something. It's like, you didn't challenge shit to a fucking fade. We can do it right now, but you didn't want that smoke. You didn't say, get up, let's go. Like, you didn't want none of that smoke. This is acting.
Some pre-existing beef or something?
Listen,
Can we switch Adam?
when
What if
I
we
came in,
kick this
when
guy
I
out
came in
instead?
downstairs, the first thing I said when I saw him, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, I didn't know you guys had like.
Yeah, as soon as I walked up, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, but I mean, like, did you guys have like a previous?
Yeah,
wait,
because
what's
I went
that?
on No Jumper. He waited until I left the state of California, and then he started talking.
Okay, TaylorMade. It is not definitive. I am not the arbiter of truth. It is not definitive, my stance on what the hell you're doing. I can't find any logic to any of your defenses for these folks. But there's one commonality in the folks that you defend with zero logic. You just come here and bark saying things like, no, it's not true, but there's no logic or no substantiation behind any of your points. So there is one common factor. And if I see that and that's what I call, that's what I call. It doesn't mean it's the truth. It doesn't mean that's what your life is. It doesn't mean that's what you're actually doing. It's just what I see and how I call it.
Crazy. And I said, if you had an issue with Marquette Devon Burton, you could have said that to me when I was right there in your studio. But
like, y'all don't understand. From that last episode, I took a lot of umbrage. You know what? That's probably not the best way to describe it. Let me collect my thoughts for a second real quick before I get into it.
You don't have to wait until I leave.
Did you do an episode with him? Listen.
I was like, you don't have to wait until I leave.
I don't know.
And then he DM'd me on Instagram like, hey, bro, we got to like do a show when you come back. It's like,
Wait,
you're phony.
Are you leaving?
Yeah. The super villain. The super villain.
Premise of the show. What?
Wow.
I'm the super villain? What? Nobody wants
No,
to
I'm the
see
super
show.
villain.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you're a fucking dick and you're an idiot.
She is angry. She wants her clout. She has like a tear in her eye.
Go talk to him.
She has a
All right, so for me personally, as somebody as a commentator, somebody that is speaking, trying to keep it a stack, have objective breakdowns, kind of looking out for the crowd too, standing on principle, standing on standard when it comes to these type of situations. If something's happening within the media and the way content creators govern ourselves, I like to hold folks to the fire and actually like stand up for the people, especially on black issues. Because folks will call other folks coons, drop their support from content creators on a whole, and be like, you know what, this ain't it. You're defending Pearl. We're cooking Angry Man. We're cooking Anton. We're cooking Tommy Sotomayor. We're cooking everybody that goes against that. I wasn't cool with O'Shea Duke Jackson prior to it because of our past history, but we stood together on that shit and stand solid when it comes to these black issues. When it comes to O'Shea Duke Jackson. So shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I actually cultivated some relationships with content creators based on standing on principle when it comes to black issues. The crowd is a part of that. Y'all take place, y'all stand up, y'all scream for X, Y, and Z. Fuck Pearl, fuck this. You're disrespecting black folks, you're doing X, Y, and Z. And I hear that and I'm like, I'm here with y'all. We're standing up. We're not tolerating fuck shit. It came down from that last episode when it came to Destiny, and I'm calling out Destiny for doing the same shit that Pearl did, but it seemed like there was a convenient defense and a level of protection. A level of protection for these folks, and we're not holding them to the same standard just because we like them. O'Shea Duke Jackson is not pro-black women. Stop it. O'Shea Duke Jackson is pro-black people. O'Shea Duke Jackson has a different slant when it comes to dealing with black women. We have our different approach. I don't disparage black women or lament some of their bad activities or try to hold them into a light or try to chastise black women the same way sometimes you would see O'Shea Duke Jackson holding a woman accountable and calling her out being a black woman. He has a different method, same end goal. It's not the same as Tommy Sotomayor where he just wants to disparage black women and lie to my face and act like he has the same end goals, but really and truly he just wants to shit on black women. I don't see O'Shea as hating black women. He just holds them accountable at a level higher than I do, with more animus than I do when he's holding them accountable. When I'm talking about the convenient defense for these folks, hold up. Let me read this comment. TaylorMade said, I was talking about the marriage, not defending him. Saying the N-word and talking about the children. I told you that on live. I know what you told me. We've been through this. I'm saying you're saying one thing and then you're consistently doing another. You're saying you don't believe this, you're not with this, you're not with this, but then out of the woodworks at all times, you're jumping up defending folks. Defending them on this, defending them in the comment section after the show. And it's just like, you're not with all of this, but would you defend Pearl that same way? You would say, fuck all the other stuff unrelated. I'm not even defending them, but you're going to continue to do stuff. So I'm just calling out the hypocrisy amongst fans. It's not the end of the world. You just got to live with what you're doing. That's just what it comes down to. Folks are going to continue supporting Destiny, although he did the exact same things that Pearl did. They don't care about the nigger comments. They don't care about this. They don't care about the underage stuff. They don't care. People make convenient excuses. Convenient excuses. I defended the marriage only. Tommy Sotomayor, I defended the point. Y'all don't hear me though. Shout out to John with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
John says, I'm a Destiny fan and I'm the first to see the roast of his dumbass. We do it all the time to him on his own Discord. Real daggers are toxic as fuck. What? You're a Destiny fan and you're the first to see the roast of his dumbass. We do it all the time on his own Discord. Real daggers are toxic as fuck. All right. Okay. So we got multiple things going on right now. We're gonna get back into this rage quitting moment, but before we get into that, I have to address shout out to Fantasy Island Girl in the chat. Fantasy Island Girl asked about the age stuff. Destiny was caught in 4K saying this.
Like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, like there's a 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't. Yeah. Like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, like there's a 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty fucking hot. Like I can't. Yeah.
He was also caught saying this.
From what I've read, apparently men that are given access to child pornography have a higher chance of not actually committing actions in real life. And I would argue that would be a moral good, that if you can prevent people from acting on those urges, that's something that should be explored. I explained to my daughter incest is wrong. Is it actually wrong?
About child pornography.
That's kind of a different thing. There's like moral versus pragmatic sides of that. I've seen a little bit of evidence on the pragmatic side, and it seems like an okay thing. I probably shouldn't say that.
So he's arguing for child porn. He's telling you 15, 16-year-old chicks look hot. He's using the N-word. Y'all are talking about, you call him out for using the N-word. Do we care that y'all call him out? What the hell is he doing in response? Is he owning up? Is he apologizing to the black community? Is he showing a level, is he admitting to a level of entitlement that he thinks he can just do what the fuck he wants?
I'm like 92% sure that I should be allowed to say the words like nigger or faggot within the context of an appropriate discussion. At Destiny, you said nigga like 1 month ago. I would never even utter that disgusting fucking word. I would never, ever, in any circumstance, would I ever fucking say that.
Stop
so that is not true.
I've seen him do it.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
Inconsistent excuses for these folks. These very same things were done by other content creators and y'all were yelling at us to cancel these folks. Oh, you're gonna do a collab with this person? How dare you? Oh, you're supporting this person? How dare you? Meanwhile, in the crowd, oh, I just said it's a bad thing, but you're in the next show defending all their dumbass points. Oh, he's not a cuck, he's X, Y, and Z. LT, you're wrong, you're just hating on the man while defending a motherfucking cuck-ass racist. Do y'all hear yourself? Do y'all not get it yet? Do y'all see the idiocy in your own practices? I'm talking to a select few, not everybody, clearly. Y'all keep trying it, though. I'm not allowing shit. I ain't allowing shit. I'm gonna keep it a stack. A man whose wife is unfaithful. Y'all hear that? A weak or submissive man. Now I'm yelling. Often used as an insulting and contemptuous term for a man who is politically progressive or moderate views. That's some new age shit. To be sexually unfaithful to somebody, especially a man, a motherfucking cuck. Unfaithful. Y'all want to play with the terms. Oh, he allowed it. It's open, blah, blah, blah. Unfaithful. Having a sexual a sexual relationship or experience with a person who is not your husband or wife. It doesn't matter if you get consent or not. It doesn't matter if the person is cool with it or not. None of these details matter. The man is a cuck. Destiny's a goddamn cuck. Adam22 is a cuck. Y'all are full of shit. John says it's all entertainment for me. That's the problem with y'all. If it's all entertainment for y'all, stop telling niggas to stand on shit and stand on principle, because y'all fans are full of shit. Oh, these people are fake. Oh, these people don't stand on this. These people, but it's all entertainment for y'all. So everybody that is a content creator needs to keep it a stack, live up to a level of moral integrity, but y'all don't give a fuck. It's just entertainment for y'all. Do y'all hear yourselves? This is why I'm cooking folks, because folks are trying to trap folks with the idiocy. I have no issues with John or TaylorMade. I'm not. Even, this is not even towards John. It's just John's last statement. It's just like y'all got to stop doing this shit, man. He's like, you don't think that content creators don't see that y'all try to play them as court jesters, try to make them martyr themselves, to do bad business, fuck up their business deal to stand on principle and stand on integrity when it's all entertainment for y'all. It was all entertainment for Pearl too, right? But it was disparaging comments for Pearl. Now they playing dumb. That's facts, Samboy. It's the internet. Exactly. It's the internet. Alternate reality. When we get caught, it's the internet. It's all entertainment. Do y'all see this? This is incredible, yo. Like,
the tear in her eye. That's wild.
I don't have a fucking
Here.
I believe in you to get him back. Let's bring everybody.
even y'all screaming for me to go at O'Shea. O'Shea's this, O'Shea's that.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all literally try to make content creators play themselves out of position all the time for y'all entertainment, but when y'all get caught in shit and hold held to the fire, it's entertainment. It's just entertainment for me. But y'all judge us all the goddamn time.
I feel like we all are having the same thoughts.
Brian did not know. You set this up. For the record, when Brian invited me, you said it would be Marquette, 7 Chicks Dating Podcast. Yeah. Then today, when I was leaving my hotel, someone texted and said Adam22 will be there. Me?
You see that shit? Brian Atlas, the man that's hosting this, tried to play them. He tried to play them for a viral moment. He did not tell Marquette or Adam initially that they were going to be sitting across from each other. They told them there was a podcast with them and 7 girls. Jazz Sierra says, if it's just entertainment, people shouldn't get canceled. Facts. People should not get canceled, and people should not be campaigning for people to get canceled if it's entertainment. If Pearl should get canceled for doing the exact same thing Destiny should, but it's all entertainment and we're cool with Destiny, make it make sense. Convenient. Yo, I noticed there's a level of convenient defense for white men and a lot of disparaging remarks and animus for white women. Let's keep it a stack. And we know what group does this. And I don't even want to say it sometimes, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, nah, black women aren't doing it like this, but y'all do it too much. Y'all gotta stop it, man. It's like people could see through it at this point. You gotta really stop it, man.
I'm very straightforward. I'm the same person.
Sure.
Online and offline.
Sure.
And he was talking reckless. That's why when I first saw him, I didn't be phony. I walked straight up to him. I said, do you want that fade? He declined the fade. Cool. Let's do the content. But he was not supposed to be here. You guys didn't tell me he was here until I had already spent a tremendous amount of money, got out here, and I was on my way.
Fantasy, you know it's kind of true. you know it's kind of true. This is what I'm saying, man. The gaslight, it's. Thank you. At least you could say that.
I did not.
Hey, TaylorMade, I'm making it about race.
Bro, do you even know who the fuck I am? Like, I just said the N-word to you like 15 times, like 2 minutes ago. How are
You said nigga like 1 month ago. I would never even utter that disgusting fucking word. I would never, ever, in any circumstance, would I ever fucking say that. So that is not 92% sure, but I should be allowed to say the words like nigger or faggot within the context of an appropriate discussion.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
Stop that. You're white.
I had no
So it's like
idea.
a setup.
No. I had no idea that I don't watch his podcast on frequently. I didn't know that you guys had any issues whatsoever.
I don't
I'm
have
not
an
privy.
issue. I don't have an issue because for me,
Okay, so now he's being unaccountable. Oh, I didn't watch your stuff. I don't know y'all have any issues. Whoa, shouldn't you ask if you're scheduling two content creators that you don't know anything about or don't know their beefs with people in the space? Shouldn't you ask them, is it cool? We scheduled you with seven women. Is it cool if this guy's here as well? Just like Duke the Don. Duke the Don actually has good etiquette in this space. When Flacco was on the panel and Flacco, I was in the back, he asked Flacco, is it cool that we have other content creators come up here and speak? Because he didn't want to ambush him. He wanted to give him that respect because he called into the show. Certain content creators move with a level of etiquette, a level of decorum, a level of professionalism, and others don't. So it's quite clear.
it's like when I saw you outside and I said, do you want that fade? And you declined the fade.
You mean Adam?
Adam, right,
Yes.
yeah. He declines the fade, then there's no issue. It's just like, let's handle the business.
Yeah, I didn't know
and
that there
it seems
was-
like he got emotional. I don't know why he's so angry. Because he said there was
Okay, perfect question. Thank you, Jazz Sierra. Now I'm confused. Why can we acknowledge Destiny as a possible pedo or a racist, but can't also say that his views, ideologies, or interpersonal relationships are flawed? Why can we acknowledge Destiny as a possible pedo or racist, but we can't also say that his views, ideologies on interpersonal relationships are flawed? Why can't we? Why can't we do that? Because there's a level of convenient defense for Destiny. John says, who says we can't? John, you're in the Discord. John, you're in the Discord. TaylorMade, you said let's have the discussion. Y'all are in the Discord. Y'all knew what was being said prior. I got to open up the Discord. Because what everybody said, there was a convenient level of defense. It's like, oh, these red pill people are celebrating. Oh, we shouldn't be talking about it. Oh, who cares? You know what's weird? Y'all are fixated on their relationship. Y'all are the weird ones. Y'all were doing that dumb shit. Stop acting a goddamn fool. Folks always want to do this duplicitous fuckery. And I told y'all before, I'm not the one. Did you not learn from the other saga with that other no name that I'm not going to mention? The duplicitous actions, the playing in people's face. We got Destron. Shit is actually weird how many people are coming to celebrate. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, first of all. Being a goddamn victim.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
You got Grey Pill in the shadows talking about, oh, he was super aware with this relationship and blah, 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 so people shouldn't be talking about it. John, you're in here too. Me saying relationships end, not a W for anybody outside of their relationship. Like, we're having conversations about this. Y'all just want to play the ass in the shadows and act like y'all just doing this shit to grift something. Like, man, I'm not playing with the bullshit, man. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't want to keep it a stack, leave. If folks don't want to be 100% transparent and keep it a stack, leave. Get out the Discord, get out the audience, don't support me, get the fuck from around me, because I'm not doing the fake shit, man. I'm not doing it, man. Y'all keep trying to do this shit. Oh no, it's corny if y'all talk about it. Who says y'all can't talk about it? When we talk, y'all are just trying to slight things. Y'all be in the chat trying to say little subtle things. Oh, I disagree. Oh, LT, you're reachable. Like, convenient defense. If y'all are more fans of these people and y'all want to hang with the people that are faking in your face because it's all entertainment, do that. Don't come to me talking about cancel these people, hold them accountable, call them out on their shit, and then conveniently y'all are still supporting other people. Oh, we called them out, but we're still going to be fans. But, well, we called out Pearl. That wasn't enough. Y'all were killing King Riches 24/7. Killing King Riches. Oh, King Riches, that wasn't enough. Oh, you just called out Pearl, right? You just called out Pearl. That wasn't good enough. You actually have to do something. You have to actually physically hold her accountable by unsubscribing, canceling her, do all that. Man, y'all are full of shit. Y'all just got to accept that hypocrisy is real and y'all are full of shit. And y'all thought that I would not call y'all out because of super chats or something. I make more out of the AdSense than the super chats, so I really don't care. I support the super chats. I support everybody that supports me, but you see this? The violins, grown man tears. Okay, so now the weak shaming tactics. So you turn sides, huh? You couldn't handle the words now, so it got serious now, huh? Jesus Christ, nobody wants to be accountable. They want to scream for accountability. Let me just do that. No. I had to make sure. Ty, I'm not giving you her wrench. I'm not giving you her wrench. I owe you a wrench. I'm not giving you a wrench. I want to see how serious Taylor's taking this. Because Taylor's talking her shit back. I don't know where she's going with this. And she turned on me for these white dudes. Nah, Taylor, you're not a normie. I'm struggling, yo. I'm struggling to give you your wrench back. Tell me I'm crying at you. I'm taking that wrench.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Anybody tell me grown man tears are violins again, I'm taking that wrench. Nah, Ty and the Hellcat, you're gonna have to start agreeing with me once in a while, bro. It's all entertainment, right? It's all entertainment. It's all cap. So you gotta just start lying through your teeth and agreeing with me. You gotta start supporting then, bro. If it's all entertainment. If you want that wrench, Ty. This has been interesting. Hold up, y'all. Ty in the Hellcat says, I agree with everything but the Fresh and Fit slander. So you do not acknowledge that Fresh and Fit are a bunch of goddamn coons? Talking about slander, it's like you don't want to admit that they're a bunch of Uncle Ruckus ass niggas.
No problem. He said it's content. Why not do the content?
Okay.
Yeah. He has his feelings hurt. I think it's just like he got emotional. I don't know why he's so angry.
Okay.
Because he said there was no problem. He said it's content. Why not do the content?
Okay.
Yeah. He has his feelings hurt. I think it's just like he feels ashamed about what he's doing. It hurt his feelings. Like he makes up something about me. I didn't get like all emotional, like, oh my God, you like it doesn't bother me. It's like silliness.
But you see that? He was he was so bothered. He was so bothered that he had to leave and rage quit. Taylor Made is still here. Shout out to Taylor Made. I levied some disparaging claims. Jumped to some conclusions. Taylor Made is still here. Taylor Made didn't rage quit and run like Adam. She stood on business.
Being fully upfront, I had no idea that I guess he made a.
I don't believe that, but I'm not bothered by it. I still showed up.
No, I'm being totally honest.
And everyone else drove here. I flew here, right?
Sure.
I flew here too, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I mean, regardless if you flew here or drove here, like it was still like literally a 7-hour drive.
No, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. The reason I said that is because the difference between a man flying here and driving here is what you can bring with you.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can bring more stuff. Right, I get it.
Right. So I flew here, and you can't even fly. There's not a private opportunity to fly into Santa Barbara that I could find. I'd have to ask you about that.
No, you can fly like Southwest. It's fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I had to fly commercial here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there's a difference between what you can bring and what you can't bring. So I walked into a situation knowing I'm dealing with someone that I have a beef with, right? Where he drove here and I flew here. You catching on? No,
yeah,
it's fine.
No,
it's
not
fine.
really,
I'm
because
sure
I mean, regardless, we all took
good.
time to be here. So.
I mean, I can reiterate though, I was not aware. You guys seemed totally cool at the beginning of the. I didn't know.
I was totally.
Have
cool.
you been on his show before?
I went on No Jumper. And
I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know that there was a beef between.
Honestly,
you guys.
once I ask you, do you want the fade, and you say no, to me, there's no beef.
Yep. At that point, if somebody asks you for the fade and you say no.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
I don't want to hear shit. He was live in the flesh. There was no challenging to a fade and then rescinding the offer the way we seen Myron do with Abba and Preach. Although he's buffing out his chest and challenging him once again because Abba was in Miami. It's not like the offer that. How did that? Does anybody know the history behind Duke the Don and Saint the Sinner? Who challenged who to a fight? Because we're still waiting. Saint the Sinner's still ducking Duke. Shout out to Duke the Don, by the way. Shout out to Duke the Don. So Saint the Sinner's still ducking Duke the Don, but he challenged Adam22. Normally, I would say shut your bitch ass up. You can't be challenging other folks after not finishing your old work. But he was live, in person, right there in the same building, and Adam22 ducked the fade. He ducked the fade from Sus Marquardt. The last time I was covering Saint the Sinner, he was groupied out in front of Andrew Tate's compound, trying to give him a box of chocolate and some flowers. So he was going out pretty damn zesty.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
But I do have to give him his credit when it comes to cooking and exposing Adam22 for his mental gymnastics. He cooked Academics, although Academics is still a monumental piece in hip-hop.
Big Ack is here now.
That's what I'm saying. People, when it comes, we have to have a conversation about Academics too. I think everybody misinterprets everybody's level of animus for Academics, because Academics, he just be fucking up. He just be fucking up. Folks want better for Academics. Most folks that quote unquote hate on Academics want better for Academics because they know what a pillar he is in hip hop media. They know as an independent, an individual in independent media, as a young black man, they understand his position in the media. So they want better for Academics, me included. That's why there's a level of hate, animus, and cooking for Academics, because he be fucking up. But he is an important piece in hip hop. For anybody that's down with hip hop, that actually wants the ascension of hip hop and wants hip hop to stay alive as a genre and a culture, it's like we're definitely going to have a little more. But let's get back into this, man.
He said let's just do the content. I said, fantastic, let's just do the content. I didn't expect him to get emotional.
I mean, maybe he didn't want beef like right before the show because it could drag out.
No, because if it's beef, then it's beef, right? So like the thing is,
fair, yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah. If it's beef, then like let's get it in, because like if he's saying what's true about his net worth, he doesn't
let's
need
say
the
you
money.
guys did fight, then it'd be like weird, you guys sitting across the table from each
No,
other
it wouldn't. After that, it wouldn't. One of us.
I mean,
probably
I'm not a
both
fighter,
of us.
though, so maybe I'm
probably
just different
both
with
of us
that.
would.
A Lady 747. Taylor Made. This is what I'm talking about. Facts. Sometimes Ack do be spitting. Sometimes Ack is one of the few people that are not scared to report on certain things. He's important in hip hop. That's why we want him to do better and not do the dusty shit that he does at times. You don't want him aligning with the Red Pill, trying to elevate certain things. You don't want him aligning with the Tekashi 6ix9ines, keeping the frauds and the snitches irrelevant in hip hop. We understand his level of visibility, his level of cachet in hip hop. It's like,
didn't be here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Like he'd be in the hospital and I'd be on my way elsewhere,
Okay.
So yeah.
Does he have like at least a foot on you?
What do you mean?
Like he's taller. He's like.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Yo, that is. Hold up. That is this.
Just like a woman.
Doesn't he have a foot? Isn't he a foot taller than you? Like that means nothing. That means nothing. Just because he is taller than him doesn't mean he can take him in a fight. Well, he has a little bit of reach. That's it. Brother Jumbie called into King Rich's podcast. Brother Jumbie was like, I'm 5'10", 170 pounds, and I will whoop your ass. He didn't say it like that, but that's pretty much what the message was. King Rich's is like 6'1", 220. Brother Jumbie will whoop his ass. On God, I'll put money on that. So it's like, come on, man.
Have you seen him? Size?
Oh
I don't know, man.
We were all standing in a circle.
Let's not fight though. We're not.
him
No
down.
violence.
Yeah.
No
Is
violence.
Coming back or?
Is Adam coming back?
Okay. I have no.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy.
That has never happened on the show
You
before.
never had the supervillain on the show before.
Is that you?
The supervillain, the Warrior King.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's your
apparently.
supervillain name?
Apparently, the Saint in the Center.
Okay.
The Saint in the Center. Yeah.
Show
You never had the
before?
supervillain on the show before.
Is that you?
The supervillain, the Warrior King.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's your
apparently.
supervillain name?
Butt ass.
Apparently, the Saint in the Center.
Okay.
The Saint in the Center. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had known that there was like some beef between you guys, I would have scheduled you guys on different days.
I'm
Adam
not
was
buying
kinda-
that because you told me when you invited me on that it would be me and 7 chicks. And
Wait,
to bring
what? Hold on.
And to bring Adam.
No. Well, let me make something clear. So, for the vast majority of the guests we bring on, we don't disclose who the other guests are. When you're coming,
You're
it's
saying multiple guys.
What's
Yeah,
that?
okay. You're saying there's multiple male.
Well, actually, Charlie Kirk was supposed to. I don't want to. We were gonna have Charlie Kirk here tonight.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you're chest out saying that you conduct terrible business, sir. You tell, so you don't tell the guests who else you're gonna have on the podcast, but you let them know that there's gonna be 7 girls on the podcast. So you're able to disclose that, but you don't disclose who the other men on the podcast. You like to surprise people for gotcha moments. You're admitting to doing bad business out here. This is pathetic.
And that's what precipitated me wanting to bring Adam on. But I'm not privy to the beef that you and Adam had. But
$200.
Fair enough.
Mr. Huppies had no problem with Mr. Devon. That's a smoke screen.
Uh-oh.
This is about herpes, genital herpes. He's a plague rat, patient 0, and Brian,
Damn.
you need to wash yourself in bleach. It's airborne.
it's airborne. But yeah, I mean, we don't
Fair enough.
disclose any of the guests, and
Okay. But at the end of the day, it's just the sword of truth is sharp. I mean, that's just all there is to it. If there was earlier, you guys heard Adam say, "You cannot hurt my feelings." He literally said that, and then his feelings got hurt, and then he ran off. And he's in the podcast game. I saw on his podcast, he set up a 19-year-old kid, a little Kelpie, to get punched
here,
out.
Let's try to
true.
bring it back to the actual
That's true.
dating talk. Okay,
Yeah.
Adam's left.
Fair enough.
So, is she coming back or? Oh, she's coming back. So why don't we get rid of that microphone?
Devon Jackson donated $200. It's wild Adam gets more triggered at a man speaking words to him than another man breaking his wife's back and finishing in Jervis Cassinets. What a time to be alive.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Yo, Davon Jackson, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So what we're gonna have. Oh, she just in the bathroom, guys. We're gonna do a couple seating adjustments here. It is kind of funny, the grifter calling the blank cuck out, and they both get pissy for real. Though Adam is an MMA guy, and he would have wrecked Bargain Basement Shaft. What? Okay, thank you, thank you, Grid One. Jesus Christ. Welcome to the Whatever podcast, guys. Where it's always something interesting going on. Let me read a couple of the other chats here while we get everything adjusted here, guys. Did we take one of the microphones off the table, Nick? Okay. All right, we have a Bender the Offender question for the entire panel. Do y'all think the average man is less respectable than the average OF prawn woman? Starting with you, we'll start with you.
Repeat that? Yeah, I think the average man is less.
Do you think the average man is less
Well, what's definition of an average man?
respectable than the average OF prawn woman?
Let me tell you, we don't care.
The average man that's not in porn? Is that what you're asking? Do y'all think the average man is less respectable than the average OnlyFans porn woman? The average man is less respectable than the average... Yeah, I was right the first time.
We don't care.
What kind of stupid ass question is that? They're always trying to compare men and women on some competitive adversarial shit. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the gender war. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Shout out to who's that? Fab House Vegas, who just subscribed. Shout out to you. I'm gonna wrap this one up though. The rest of this conversation is kind of irrelevant. As we can see, none of the other women left. They're all still at the table. None of them were butthurt. None of their feelings were hurt. And as we can see, I almost forgot this guy's name. The fuck is this guy's name again? What the hell's wrong with my memory? This nigga.
But ass.
Sus Marquardt. There we go. He was debating the ideology and the consistency of the points that Adam was making. He didn't go to the ad hominem attacks the way he did that other woman that's sitting right. Where's this woman? This woman, the girl in the pink. He went in on this woman. He was very disrespectful to this woman. He was calling her out of her name, ad hominem attacks, calling her dense pretty much, in other words. She's still there. She's still arguing. Some people can look at that as the lack of self-respect, X, Y, and Z. Some people can be like, she's standing on business. She's going back and forth. Adam22 did not get any disparaging names called to him. No, nothing that was ad hominem and are disrespectful, and he couldn't handle the fact that he got called out for his mental gymnastics and level of copium when it comes to his relationship. So Adam22 went out sad, a whole ass victim.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Now, I'm not going to use this drop ever again.
But ass.
Shout out to Duke the Don. That's Duke the Don's drop with the visual that goes with it, with the zesty moment from Saint the Sinner. So shout out to Duke the Don with that drop. That's a one time only for this show. I'm not gonna steal folks' drops. That's essential. It goes more on code with his type of show and what he does when he cooks this guy. So shout out to Duke. Shout out to everybody in the chat that participated in this show. Shout out to everybody that didn't get emotional off the back and forth banner, because I was a bit harsh. I was a bit harsh today with everybody in the chat. I was not completely nice. So shout out to y'all for enduring that type of punishment or treatment, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Ace. Shout out to Ace. It's hard work. I'm gonna put that in there. That drop. I gotta find that lady saying that. That shit's funny as hell. Y'all join the Discord. Understand, y'all, the Discord forums, all the chat forums is pretty much like leaving comments on a public YouTube. Everything is public in the Discord unless it's not. If it's private, it's private. Keep it private, the private conversations. But the public, everything on the Discord is a public forum. In the general, the LTTV chat, everything you heard me read in the Discord, it's public. So there's no violation of anything. This is all public shit. You say it with your chest out. You stand on your twos. Everybody can see it in the Discord. Even when they're not online, they're still witnessing and reading your stuff. There's a bunch of content creators in the Discord. We support the content creators in the Discord. The rules tab is in the Discord, so y'all join the Discord and become familiar with the Discord, ingratiate yourself with the community. There's a lot of connections that can be made in the Discord. It's a good network to actually have now that I think about it and I look at the variety of people in the Discord. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Shout out to everybody that hit that like button. Shout out to everybody that subscribed. Make sure that y'all hit the like button before y'all leave if y'all haven't. In conclusion, this was a W for Saint the Sinner. I've been calling him names and all sorts of shit, sus, Marquardt, all that shit, and that's really my bias because I fuck with Duke. I'm going to keep it a stack. I fuck with Duke, so I'm going to support Duke. I'm not going to be supporting this guy. But although I know from other reactions that he has some fraudulent behavior, Saint the Sinner, he's a mixed bag when it comes to the reactions for me because I've reacted to him taking massive L's and I've reacted to him taking W's. So it is what it is. Adam22 took the L, a level of copium that nobody's falling for. Let's get it. We out. Yeah.
That's all, folks.